Hello. We're not late. You're early. Yep. It's all perfectly good. I didn't have really terribly annoying technical difficulties before stream. Uh, Alrighty, that's because things are being stupid. Properties. There you are. You should be there now.
Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, it looks like you're good now.
Ah, yay. Perfect.
That is what I'm talking about, having difficulties before I got
That
the
is
chance.
the one and only scuff of the night. And
Yeah,
there
the
shall
rest
be
of them
no
happen beforehand.
more. Yes, exactly.
The rest of them happen beforehand. What am I doing? Picking characters. 1, 2, 3.
Picking
There's
characters.
5 characters that if I want to get all my bookmarks done, have to be done before this music's too loud.
Snap.
Okay. You're also quiet, but it's a me thing. Don't change anything.
Okay.
Ooh. Alright, speak.
I am talking.
Yes.
Am I loud?
Much better. Okay.
Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha
Ha ha ha. Yes, yes.
Ha ha ha.
So, the big thing of today, in this last full week of Art Fight. Now, I did learn, apparently, Art Fight has been extended to August 3rd. So, really, there's another full week of Art Fight after this. Hello, Pastry Buff. There will be a 5th week of Art Fight, which is crazy.
Love that.
So maybe
it also makes
I will
planning
get
for these
done.
streams a lot easier.
Yeah, well, next week is Streamiversary, but I guess Thursday will probably be Art Fight.
True.
For the last time. Yeah.
Holy bro.
Yeah, Pastry Puff, they announced that they're moving the end date to August 3rd because they had such a time at the beginning of the site being down for a while and annoying.
Oh, I thought they felt sorry for Seafoam.
No, they solely felt bad that the site was down and had like a bunch of issues and stuff. So, yeah.
Okay, I guess we'll do that.
Oh, you can accept that? Please.
I can accept that.
Is this working?
Such as...
It is. Good. Alright, we're good. We're good. Starting on a character. I don't even know how many I said. 5, 6 characters I have left?
I think you said 5. My
Sure,
memory
there you
serves me well.
5.
Which it probably
Their horns
doesn't.
aren't as large. Jeez, they're smaller? This is already so small.
I really like that kitty earlier today.
Thank you.
That one was so good.
But the highlight of stream is we got revenged by another Twitch streamer.
Oh my god, show it off. I had to do all I could not to scream at work
this is a
when
different
I saw
thing.
that.
Hold on.
Oh, we got
revenge. Yeah. So firstly, yesterday we got revenged by RagePaintGames. They're the person who I did the Noivern Gujinka character for, and I had talked with them.
Badass.
I've been on their stream, a few times because they stream like right before us, so they end before us. And they're like, "Oh, I always wanted to see like a live react to a thing," and I was like, "All right, if you revenge me, like I'll save it. Like I'll say it's hard. It's been hard, but I'll save it." So I haven't seen it yet. Mars hasn't seen it yet. So when they raid us later tonight or at the end of stream, whichever happens first, I guess.
Oh my god, I am wildly
seeing
hyped.
it for the first time. It's very, very hype. It's very, very hype. But the other one that Mars is talking about
I wonder who they chose.
I know who they chose, but I'll keep you in the dark because the little thumbnail gives it away. Not like it's still like very spoiler free, but the detail in the thumbnail is like, I know who this is. Honestly, they're all very iconic. So unless it was like something unrelated,
I feel like it's hard to mistake any one of our boys.
You'd have
for
to do
the
it
other.
as like a different, like the background or something. You'd have to do it as like a different thing. But
something like that.
Yes, we got revenged by lovely friend Epixel. Let me get this zoomed in a way where we can see the whole thing, cause it's nuts, guys. It's nuts. How do I updated OBS
cool.
and it got like a big like vibe change, I guess, if that makes sense, like in how things look. So it looks like,
did
little
they change
weird.
the UI?
I wouldn't say they
design?
fully changed the... Yeah, they changed, like, the design of a lot of things. So it's, like, throwing me off.
That's a double-edged sword for sure.
Yeah.
I remember when Discord did that, and I was tripping for a couple days.
Here it is! Look at all the boys!
Oh, it's so good! I want that picture of Milano. I want him crouched like that with, like, the anime face smile in the back. I would buy a poster of that.
It's so
That
good!
is so damn good.
And then the chibis! Little chibi.
Chibi Aster is adorable.
Look at him with the spoon. I'm dying. He's so cute. Look at him.
So cute.
Oh, so good. And then, oh god, I love
such a good job with the two-tone hair and the wing.
I love this. He just looks so happy, content.
He looks so anime opening.
He does. He looks very anime opening. And I mean shirtless.
And you've watched Fairy Tail, or you know which anime opening I'm referring to.
Oh, yeah. We know the quintessential anime openings. But, oh, speaking of Fairy Tail, if Mason shows up, we gotta remind me of Fairy Tail. Okay, Pastry Puff?
Yes.
If Mason shows up, I mean, or we'll get on the topic of it, because Mars and I have been really watching things. Grenade, hello, look at these boys, by Pixel.
They're so good and cute, and
so
we
good.
adore.
They're the person I drew, the two people looking at the frog. Those characters were at Pixel. I'll show them real quick. Where is it? This one. This is what I attacked Epixel with. To which they revenged with that lovely piece. This character has, like, one image where he's crouching looking at a frog, and then this character is, like, a swamp nymph made up of the swamp things. So I was like, oh, they would bond over their common interests. They also have similar hat. Similar hat vibes.
Hello. Good to see ya.
I
gotta say, I love the mood in that piece. I don't know, it's just so good.
All right, Mars, you gotta either look at your mic more, or we gotta turn down the sensitivity.
Probably turn down the sensitivity because I'm actually using my old mic. I wanted it on my.
Ah,
that's why.
Fancy. Yeah, you gotta turn it down. Do you remember how to do it?
Okay. Yeah, I do. I'll fix that. Voice
you just
and
keep
video.
cutting off at the end.
Back
yeah, guys, Mars got Dylan's
decibels.
old mic, but she wants to be able to be like a pajama streamer in bed for not Ace Attorney.
I want to be a pajama streamer after a long ass day. Okay, I deserve it.
Ace Attorney is the only one. I can
write easily from my bed.
That
it's
I make her,
fine. We
chill.
Know,
that I make her like be a professional for Ace Attorney, and she has to sit at the desk now.
I want to be a professional for Ace Attorney. It's not you forcing me, Ori. I want to be a professional for Ace Attorney.
There you go.
Don't you know I'm trying to get a job as a voice actress? No, I'm not.
But
now I could if I wanted to.
Side gig as a voice actor.
Side hustle, you know? Gotta
Hello, dichotomy. Do you have ears?
I need a dichotomy. Are there ears tonight?
Are there ears every Tuesday except Streamiversary? Oh snap.
Pastry, I relate so hard to the wow, this was a terrible idea. What was past me thinking? But with that said, don't give up. Keep trying.
Yeah, I will say. Well, exactly, dichotomy. So you have off the 2 weeks that don't include Streamiversary. I was right. I'm correct.
There you go. She's not wrong.
I'm not wrong.
If she's correct, then she's not wrong.
This is indeed. Yeah, pastry puffs. Sometimes I feel that way, and sometimes I surprise myself. So, you know, you kind of gotta just do it. Anyway, if you have an idea, you just gotta try to execute it. And worst comes to worst, you know, maybe you can say, you know, you might say, oh, I wasted time, but you didn't. You tried to learn, you know?
Yes.
You learned something doing that, and that's all that really matters.
And it's experience that'll help you grow as an artist.
It's okay, Dichotomy.
No worries, Dichotomy. We're happy to have you. Okay, completely off topic, but I gotta say it. Today was the most Monday of Tuesdays to ever Tuesday.
Yeah, okay. You want to hear my shame real bad?
Yes, absolutely.
I'm like ready to drive home. You know, I'm having a good day. It's pretty great. I'm a little annoyed based on this one work thing, but it's fine. It's not bad. I'm still getting home at like a good time, and I wasn't gonna do anything. It was good. It was fine. I'm driving. I leave where I was parked. I'm driving. I get on the highway, and I notice there's a parking ticket on my windshield, and they didn't put it underneath the windshield wiper, so it just flew off into the distance. And
it's gone with the wind.
Yeah, it's gone. I mean, it's not like they're not gonna. It's not like they're not gonna get me to pay it.
Ori, can't pay it if you never got it.
Sadly, they'll mail it to me. But I honestly can't imagine it being that bad. If I'm being honest, knock on wood. You know, honestly, it's bound to happen.
Oh, jeez.
I'm a little annoyed because I did have the cone and the vest on my dash, and they still gave me a ticket, which is kind of a dick move. Just gotta say.
Oh, agreed. What the hell?
Solely because, like, where do you want me to park, officer? You know, like, please, thank you.
Like this is person who helps with construction. Where is she supposed to go?
Yeah, I'm not blocking the way. You're just being an ass. But it's okay.
Such is life.
1 in 6 months, you know, and more. Again, if it's not very costly. If it's like $50 and lower.
What are you serving?
Oh, not raw chicken, I hope.
Oh, I will take a polite pass on that. Thank you. Oh, that's wild, Dichotomy. At least you have a dresser to start. You gotta start somewhere.
Good.
Okay, so talking about furniture, you just reminded me of a story from last night. Unless, Ori, you want to share your thing first?
No, I was just gonna say you re-flat packed all your flat pack stuff and then had to put it back together. Like, to me, I'm like, why? just move it whole. But go ahead.
Okay, well, Ori, you kind of sort of know the story, but you don't know the whole thing. So, I text Ori last night. I was in the middle of watching Sasaki and Miyano. And I text her in all caps, why do the spiders like to come in my bed? Because, lo and behold, there was another spider in my bed yesterday.
As they are wont to do.
For the long and short of it, I stayed home yesterday because I had a really bad stomach whatever going on Sunday night.
Oof.
And I did not feel any better by Monday. I had a headache. I felt nauseous. I was like, okay, lactose intolerance sucks. I gotta call out. Not fun. So, whole day, you know, going through, sleeping for most of it, watching anime for the other half because I'm bored out of my mind. And towards the evening, I'm like, okay, I'm going to watch some cute Sasaki and Miyano.
It's
now,
so good.
I like to watch anime in the dark because the colors really pop, okay? Don't come at me. It looks really good in the dark. That's all I'm going to say.
Side tangent. Mars is such a hardcore anime fan, guys, because she's like, oh, this anime has to be watched on the TV, and this anime, I like watching it in the dark, and if I'm not alone with my cup of tea for this anime, it's not the same. Versus Ori over here is like, freaking like, the audio is coming through the car because she's sitting at work with like the sun streaming in the thing, but she needs the
Do
car
you know
running
how long
because
it
it's
took
air
me to
conditioning.
train myself to watch things on my phone?
Yeah, so I'm on the phone. I'm on my phone, okay? And it's Bluetooth to my car.
so
Not because the
crunchy.
audio is better, but because I need to have my car running and I can't make it so that my phone keeps the Bluetooth off and is charging and isn't connected to my car. So all of the audio is slightly delayed and and this is how
Wow.
Ori is watching anime. Otherwise, Ori doesn't get to watch anime. Versus Mars is like,
no, literally,
the
Grenade,
temperature
calculator screen
has to
anime.
be, like,
She's like one
perfect.
step away from watching it on YouTube in the corner of the window.
Hey, be happy I'm happy I get to watch it at all. You know what I'm saying? Like we
that
doing
is true.
I don't have time for
I'm
the
sorry.
bougie anime watching.
I do this with video games. I do it with books. I do it with pretty much anything entertainment-wise. It's gotta be like, I gotta be in the right mood. It's gotta be the right moment. But that's not the story. This is the story. So I'm sitting in the dark, trying to watch Sasaki and Miyano. There's a very cute scene happening, and a very important scene happening. And all of a sudden, I look down, and I see something scuttling along my covers of the bed. And it's dark. I don't know what it is. I can't see. At first I think, oh crap, I spilled like something I was eating. So my hand goes near it. It scuttles even closer. I'm like, nope, that's not cake. That's not whatever I thought it was. That's a fucking bug. So I just
not
bolt
cake.
upright.
The exclamation of the century. Oh no, you're too high for your old mic, Mars. You're too excitable.
No, literally, fuck, go back. Literally.
I can't
So I
with
was like,
you're
it's
not
not
cake.
cake. It's
You're
not
not
cake. It has legs. So, yeah, the cake was a lie. It truly was.
The cake was alive.
The cake was alive. I bolt upright out of bed. Like, I'm tired. I'm exhausted. It's been a long ass day. And I'm like, great. Now I gotta find this thing. Because guess what? It's not under the covers anymore. Where the hell did it go? So I'm checking. I got the flashlight on my phone on. I'm looking all over the floors. And I see it, like, crouched up against the night table leg. It's like trying to hide and do that thing. And I was like, I can't get it. I can't get it with a jar. I can't squish it. So I'm like, okay, maybe I can coax it out. And it dives under my bed. Now, here's the thing, guys. I recently replaced my mattress. It's a lot lighter than my last mattress, so that's a good thing. But underneath my bed, there's now this mechanism that raises and lowers the mattress. No, dichotomy. I wasn't watching with covers over my head. I had like the covers like pulled up to my chest, and I was sitting upright. And I saw it come out from under the covers and crawl along the fitted sheet. It really sucked. Yes, burn the room, absolutely.
Hello, Ori Rocks.
Hello, Ori Rocks. Wow, we have an Ori stan. Okay.
No.
I feel like that's a milestone.
I don't know who had the name first, but they're unrelated.
Are they? Okay.
Yes, they are. They are unrelated.
All right, I'll take your word for
Dylan Alt.
it.
It's not a Dylan Alt.
That'd be amazing.
That Dylan has an artistic talent I don't know about.
This is the problem, guys. Now I have this giant mechanism under my bed that raises and lowers the mattress, and I can't move it. It's like it's there to stay.
Yes,
So
I
now
know,
I'm like-
Rex. I recognize.
I definitely didn't. So hi, nice to meet you. Welcome to my terrifying story.
Yes.
Apologies to anyone with arachnophobia in chat. I'm so sorry.
There's not very vivid descriptions.
Well, basically, TLDR, I had no idea where the hell this thing went. So now I have no choice but to take everything apart, throw my mattress on the floor, and like crawl between the grid of my bed trying to find this damn thing.
Mars was
And
on
I
a
can't find
mission.
it. I wasn't going to sleep again knowing that thing was there. Are you nuts? I'm not doing that.
That's what one time I slept in the guest room because of a spider in my bed. I wasn't, yeah, no, but I ain't looking for it under my bed. That's where it gets you. That's where it lives.
I don't have a guest room, so I got no choice but to stay in here. And the couch ain't very comfy. It was about maybe the size of a thumb pastry puff, but it had those arched like tripod legs that make it look so much bigger. So it was not fun, and I did not want it in my bed. I never offered an invitation, so it was being very, very rude at this point. And it was being even ruder because it wouldn't let me kill it.
Your cool kids cuz your Ori stands. Mm-hmm.
So my mom gives me the vacuum, and finally I see it again. Scuttles all the way to the other side of the room under my dresser. So now I have my flashlight on it. I am on the floor. I am like inches away from this thing. It's against the wall. And I'm like, Mom, give me the vacuum. Give me the vacuum. Give me the vacuum with the hose, please. So I go to get it. Now I think I got it. So I'm like, okay, this is fine. I'm going to vacuum up some more stuff just to get it up. And then, as I'm about to put the vacuum away, I see it again crawling in the other direction. It literally faked me out. It crawled to the right, and then it backpedaled and went to the left to trick me into thinking I had it. I finally got it this time, sucked it up, it's gone. If it stayed in one spot, I would have caught it with the jar and let it outside. It would have lived. But nope, it decided to be a little bitch, come into my bed, and then force me to chase it around the room for an hour. So at that point, no, it must pay for its crimes. I'm sorry. So I cannot go a single summer without a spider ending up in my bed. Why?
All I get is, why do spiders keep getting in my bed? And I go, no. And then Mars goes, and it interrupted Mia's confession scene because she was watching the show. And I go, bad spider. And then all I get is it paid for its crimes, and then moves on to gushing about Saki and Miyano. just it paid for its crimes. Oh, so then we fangirl about it because it's good shit.
Well, even funnier, I had texted another friend that, and they go, "Are you wearing a different lotion?" I'm like, unless sweat counts because it's summer, no. Nothing should be attracting these things. Ugh. Hey, Ori rocks. The more I am ignorant of that, the better.
No. See, that's the Spider Johnson or whatever who eats like 1 billion spiders a minute or something.
The outlier.
Yeah, he's the outlier.
Yes. I did get bamboozle grenade. This spider was playing me. I swear to God, it's cousins with the one from last summer that made me chase it around for an entire week. I swear, they must be
That's the one
related.
that got in your water, right?
They gotta be. That's the one that got in my water, and it got back in my bed sheets, and then it got on the other side of the room. Somehow, even after I put the sheets in the washer and put it on the rinse cycles, they must all be related. They must all be related. I swear.
They're all coming for
they know.
Ignorance is bliss.
Ignorance is bliss.
Yeah, it brings up the average, exactly.
See, Pastry, I feel like that makes sense for mosquitoes, maybe some beetles, but spiders?
My understanding is mosquitoes are not attracted to sweat, they're attracted to CO2. And so if you're a mouse breather, they like you more. They also do like O negative the most. But yeah.
Interesting.
Because mosquitoes also normally feed on rotting fruit. And so the CO2 is released when that happens. Yeah, probably some flies. Flies probably big one.
Yeah, I could see flies. Yeah, Monday was not fun yesterday.
Yep. My goodness.
Already having a time from the stomach cramps. Did not need the Spire to add on to that. Thank you.
Oh no, he rocks. No.
Oh,
that's
God.
horrifying. Oh God.
Okay, that is objectively much, much worse. Jesus.
So oof. Hate it.
I could never. That's horrible. Oh, I believe it, Ori. Or Rox? That's gonna be weird.
You gotta say the whole thing, otherwise I'm
I
gonna
say
be
Ori
like, what
Rox,
the hell?
Otherwise it's gonna be like, huh? Burn the whole leg.
Aussie coded
no!
experience. I think the closest spider to me that I like nearly touched was one that was on the neck of my ukulele when I was playing it.
Ugh.
And then I tried to let it down slowly, and then it jumped, and I chucked my ukulele, nearly threw my ukulele off a cliff, into a lake. Didn't, though. Managed to not do that, nor fall into the lake myself, but, it was harrowing, gotta say.
Camp you went to?
Yeah, this was for school, for college. It was
like,
adult.
Why else would Ori be at a lake?
It was college summer camp.
Okay, I remember that one.
Yeah.
Oh, call you Oreo? Oh, that's cute. I like
that. Oh, nice. Oh, I see it.
Right.
Oreo. Ah, nice. All right, perfect.
Oh, that makes sense. Wow, I feel
perfect.
That's awesome. I love that.
That's perfect.
Oreo it shall be.
Fix. Crisis
Dichotomy, you gotta find that remote.
Uh-oh.
How are you gonna watch things otherwise?
The normal, the old-fashioned way.
Rage paint.
Oh.
We were told you to ride.
All right, yes. The
Prophecies
foretold
were true.
prophecy, indeed. We have the raid. Guys, this is the moment we've
Hello,
all been
welcome
waiting
everyone.
for. Mars
Bane,
hasn't seen
hello.
it. I haven't seen
God,
it.
I'm so
it's
excited.
really
Ori
hard.
hyped it up so much.
It was really tough, okay? And I'm gonna do it, hopefully in a way where it'll show it on
Twisted Pixel, hello. It's near. Welcome, welcome.
Immediately. Okay. Let's hope this works this way. You know what? And we're gonna just for in case it is, we're gonna go on the big screen.
Ooh, let's do it.
We're gonna do it on the big screen. Just to make sure that it opens up and we're all good and we're all fancy, okay? Okay? We ready? Mars, you see it? We got it?
I'm hella ready. Let's go. Okay. Let's go.
Whew, yeah, the title, Here Comes the Smolder. Oh my god! Look at Oh, wait. Let me zoom out so we can see them all at once. Let's zoom. There it is. Oh my god! Oh my god, look at
fan art! Holy shit!
Oh my goodness. I can see him doing this so hard, though.
Oh god, he would.
Not for the reason that Finn does it, but definitely like with manipulative intent. You know what I'm saying? He's like, oh, we gotta turn on the charm for this
Grenade,
interaction.
I do not doubt that my
oh
mic is
my god.
Let me see if I can fix that. Actually. Struggle.
I love it. Look at his little shinies going on, and you got all the words. They're words. I want to say amulet, but that's not what it is.
Okay, then I'm not worried. Grenade.
We're squealing because it's so good.
That's so
amazing. Squealing enough because such is life. That's just how it works.
I love it.
Why can't I think metals? That's the word. Pins, metals. That's the word. So good, so beautiful. Yes. I love it.
God, the expression
worth the
is so good. I love the shadows. This is incredible.
Beautiful. And I will say, you got the hair down. I personally struggled with his hair.
That
a
hair
lot,
is rough.
You know? Oh my goodness.
I am so impressed.
I still to this day struggle with his hair. All right. But thank you so much, Rage Paint. Beautiful.
Thank you,
Rage. I hope this reveal was worth it. Because God did I struggled. I struggled really. I thought I was like, oh no, no. I said I promise, but I was dying a little bit. Like, no, I want to look.
You made it work. You made it work.
I succeeded,
and that's what matters.
It's beautiful. Now I can clear the notification off of my art fight taunting me. the notification.
Appreciate the look, Twisted Pixel. Thank you much.
Thank you, and thank you for the follow.
Oh.
It's near.
I'm so glad you had fun with this one, RagePaint. I honestly love Avrit. I don't get to write for him as much as I do, considering he hasn't made a huge
can right
appearance
now.
in the comic just yet. I know I can right
It's
now, and I've been
going.
trying.
It's happening. Yeah,
But
Avrit
this
is a
incredible.
character
Thank
that
you
hasn't
so much.
had his actual full debut in the comic yet.
He's
coming
been mostly
up.
sleep paralysis demon.
Yeah, nightmare visitor.
Yep.
Warning.
Torturing Hotson.
Warning dream
Poor boy.
guy. You know, all of that sort of stuff, but never actually.
The foreboding figure.
Yeah, but never actually in person yet. But it's coming up. Not the next entry, but the one after that. And then we get lots of Avrit, so there'll probably be a lot more. Love is a strong word. You know, some people will love him, you know. Some people like the kind of character he is.
Love to hate him, and
yeah,
that's
I think
kinda
Jamie
what
will
I'm
like
going
him in
for.
general. Jamie feels like the character, the person that's
I
like, oh
mean,
yes.
he's very pretty.
He is very pretty. He has to compete with Milano, you know? He has to be able to sort of have that the charm, you know, and the looks.
He's got to have that balance.
Yeah.
And the smolder, of course.
And Smolder is perfect. It's beautiful. I could totally see him like having a turn on the charm like that.
Oh, hella.
Very begrudgingly, most likely, but he knows what he's got to do. You know, he's got to do what he's got to do. Now all of the characters have had attacks.
Yep. Excuse me while I drink some water to recover from that squeal fest.
You read the comic?
Oh my gosh, Oreo, thank you! Yes, we will get to learn about people's families as well as their
Yes.
backstories.
Mhm.
Right now, I'm utilizing a tactic that I call drip feeding information. You know, give them a little bit, but not all of it to leave them wanting
No,
more.
Dichotomy. I'm so sorry.
Oh crap! Sorry, dichotomy.
You rounded out the roster now, Rage Paint. You've done it.
Yes.
You've
Thank
completed.
you for your service.
Oh, that means so much, Oreo.
Oh, thanks, Oreo.
No, we love Ferrix.
Ferrix is one
But yeah,
of the
everybody
most fun
has
ones, I think.
families that, you know, we know. Some of them have. Ooh, okay. Because this is like in the Ko-fi, but it is free public, I'll show it. We have Ferrix's mom. Where is it? References. Main cast. Ferrix. Parents. This is Ferrix's mom, Oreo. There you go. There you
There
go.
she is.
You have Ferrix's mom. We're slowly going down
I
all
gotta
the
say, I
parents.
want her dress. Like, that's a
Yeah.
nice dress.
It is in multiple. Oh, it's in the comic. It's in Ferrix's like.
I think it's also
comic
featured in his
page.
profile
Yeah.
for hiatus. We
Yeah, it
do
is.
have Hotson's dad.
Yep, that's also there as well. Those are the two we have right
And
now. I meant
Fun
to draw.
fact, if you watch the dub, my dad actually voices Hotson's dad.
Yeah. No, this is not the right thing. I meant to draw a sentence for Father's Day, but God, everything just gets away from you.
Somehow summer ended up really busy.
July specifically is really rough.
Yes. God. I just found out I had a presentation due on Monday, and I'm like, okay,
Oh my God.
that's fine. This is fine. Everything's fine.
French dubbed.
Oh,
maybe
we'll
one
see,
day.
Grenade. Possibly. I know
We-
Ori
we-
and I
we need
attempted
more.
a Spanish dub, and it was rough.
It's more. It's less. One, Mars is much further removed from Spanish than I thought she was, but two, The main thing is more just like, it's already a lot of work getting out the English dub with some regularity. It's not like that much work in the grand scheme of things, but it is like a significant amount of doing.
It's definitely one of those few and far between that. Like, we literally just had a recording session for the dub this past week.
It's definitely like it just requires doing
since we did that
on top of everything else. So it is a little like, okay. we gotta cut where we can.
We've definitely had to streamline some things just for our own sanity and of course like quality, just to make sure everything's coming out like at a
the comic is of course like top priority, and then also the two like biggest things are like Ace Attorney videos
follows.
And the actual comic itself. And then beyond that is like, I'm trying really hard, but we're only getting there.
That's all we can do. Ooh. That's cool, Grenade. What's the game?
There we go. Ooh. Oh, you're gonna make a so you're gonna like
oh, okay.
You're gonna make like a mod for it where it's in French. Is that what you would do?
Aw, shucks, Rage Paint.
Aw, thank you. It is a lot. We're in our first hiatus right now, which is 6 months long, but it's worth it because God did I need it. Oh boy.
Oh yes.
And we took like what, 2 years?
Roughly. To have as
to
much as
get to the point
so
where we decided to like actually we're like, oh, it's gonna happen now. We're just gonna upload it now, otherwise it's never gonna come out.
Like, here we go. We're going for it.
Mostly the artistic stuff, not the technical stuff. What do you mean by that, Grenade? I've never played Deep Rock Galactic. Dylan has and likes it, but you mean like how they say like rock and stone and stuff? Or are you gonna change like the actual like assets of the dwarves to make them like more French? I don't know if that's a thing. I don't know what a more French dwarf would look like, but you know, is that what we're talking about?
I don't doubt you could do it.
Audio only. Okay. So yeah, so their voice lines and stuff.
So you're making kind of like a dub, a French dub?
They are, yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Okay, very cool. I wish.
But it would be like a mod. Oh, I see. So you've just been working on the actual like who would be voicing what characters and noises and stuff. I see. I understand now. I get it now.
Okay.
You haven't talked about anybody about the making it so that people can download the French mod.
Baby steps.
That's honestly my biggest hurdle for the game. Hello, Jawline Jim. I wish you quick luck. Whoops, sorry. In finding your remote dichotomy.
And not coming in contact with the spider again.
Being bilingual does help. Oreo, neither of us, Mars or I, are bilingual, but Grenade has translated the comic into French, and our friend Oscar, he's been translating it into Spanish, so it's really fun. We have 2 other versions.
Which is really very cool.
I feel very informed.
I almost never even thought we'd have one, so...
Yeah, no, honestly, when it was
shit.
like, they were like, oh, want to like have it translated? It was like, well, damn, that's pretty freaking epic.
It's like, okay, sure. No complaints there.
No complaints there, indeed. Looking at the mods framework. I've brought you down a rabbit hole, Grenade. My biggest thing, like, definitely one of the things where it's like, a game would be fun to make, but I don't know anybody who codes, and I know it's not that, like, hard using, like, the engines, right? Like, what is it, RPG Builder or whatever it is, right? Like, that's how all the Studio Investigrave games are made, to my understanding. They're all in, like, one of those engines. And so my understanding is that it's, like, it's fairly accessible. You know, maybe easy is not the word, but, like, accessible to code with it. Yeah, it is RPG Maker. And, but, like, there would still be things I have to learn. And so a part of me is like, this is really cool. But also, like, one, Ori has too many projects going on at any given time. And two, and have to learn another new skill when there's already, like, 3 new skills Ori wants to learn. That's a fun little tangent thing, guys.
The cons of being an artist.
I think what we'll be doing is we'll be changing our normally Thursday stream. This week it's Wednesday, like it was last week. But our normally Thursday stream from Drawing and Dragons to, I don't know what the name is gonna be yet, but something along the lines of, like, Learning Alongside Live or something. I don't know. Learning Along Live. I don't know. We like alliteration here. But basically, I have a lot of things that I want to teach myself. And using some paid, some free resources. So I'm not going to be just, like, showing any tutorials. But the goal is to basically be teaching myself how to do the list of skills I want to learn during stream, because that's the only time I can manage to successfully, consistently carve out for myself. So, maybe that'll be fun for you guys. We'll probably mostly be talking the same way we do with Drawing and Dragons anyway, but it'll just be me furiously trying to learn how to rig in live 2D cubism, or 3D sculpt things, or etc. So I think I'd name it Finding Time. That's pretty good.
Ooh.
Finding Time. 2. And then, ooh,
I mean,
that's pretty fun, actually.
Accurate.
That's pretty fun, actually. But yeah, so that's the goal. Yeah, I mean, that's what 2 out of 3 of our streams are. Like, basically, these 2 streams are mostly Mars and I just shooting the breeze, talking about whatever. Well, I do some things, Mars does some things. Soon she'll be coloring again.
I'm just vibing. Yes. It's gonna happen soon. I'm looking forward to it. I've missed coloring.
Yes, I've lined 2 entries of 6 entries.
What I honestly think is gonna happen next week is I'm going to be trying to throw the last bit of my cosplay together frantically.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, don't remind me about that right now. Shit. What?
Like, at this point,
God.
I think it's just gonna be a wooden spoon with a ribbon and gem attached.
Oh, damn. Wow, okay. I forgot how close that was.
Sorry, Ori.
It's okay.
If I have to think about it, so do you.
I still have to put the buttons on mine. Honestly, shouldn't take that long, though. But if I'm being honest, I'll probably be fine and get it done, you know, con crunch style. But I could probably do it all in one day.
Is there any other way to do it, really?
I mean, I was pretty prepared with the rest of the cosplay. Just buttons and Velcro. I have the Velcro for me. And then just Velcro for yours. And yeah, the spoon.
Gucci.
The spoon will take the longest, but I have all the stuff. I just gotta physically sculpt things.
Actually do it.
Yeah. But so, you know what? I can do it just fine.
Not too shabby. Not too shabby.
What that does mean I should be doing, though, is, like, drawing little Freerun and Fern doodles on little pieces of paper. So that's what I'll be doing tomorrow, because I'm at the fireplace tomorrow, where I'm going to literally be doing nothing.
Oh, fun.
So I'll get to watch a lot of anime and
You get to
read
finish
the-
Utopia!
Yeah, the last episode. Dungeon Meshi, the last volume comes to my house today. And I get to read that tomorrow then.
Oh my
Yes,
god, that's so
Rage,
soon.
it's just Mars and I. I do.
Yes.
I originally did all of the art, but then I was like, Mars, I can't do it all. And Mars is like, I want to help more. So now Mars does the flats as well for the characters.
Yes.
And so
It's basically a glorified
but
coloring
she
book,
writes the
but,
scripts and the story. But I do
that's
help
fun.
brainstorm the story. We like chat
Yes.
about it. She doesn't have
so
all
the
the
story
reins.
is definitely a shared task where we both decide what kind of vibe we want, where we want the story to go. Writing wise, I'm like, ooh, okay, what if we
Nice,
have this
pastry buff.
dialogue tie back to this point? What if we have this scene in this moment and then that shows this?
Ooh,
Like
skill
kind of the
monkey.
nitty gritty details.
Yeah, so basically
And then Ori adds even more.
we hang out,
by
we
making
talk.
the panels, making that visual.
We nerd out and we go, oh, let's make this happen and this and this and oh, this ties back to this and oh, cool stuff. Epic stuff. And then Mars is like, okay, here's the script. And then I take the script and Mars is little like what Mars is imagining the scene is. And I write it out as to like panels. And then I like go over them with Mars. So like, okay, is this kind of the vibe we're going for? This is where I have to cut them up so I don't lose my sanity in how long each entry is going to be. Because I will say there's a very strong like internal mental clock that is like after 30 panels life sucks and this is horrible and you hate this now. Before 30 panels life is great and this goes at a recent pace, but after 30 panels you want to die. And it's like oh god.
Fuck.
And so when it's like I'm hating this, why am I hating this? It's like because this is 46 panels and it's like that'll do it. That'll do it. How much do we have planned? So we had.
I'd say we have. Well, or you first, and then I'll add it.
Well, so when we launched, we had a significant amount already planned. Everything before the hiatus was already planned, was already scripted and fully planned like that. By the time we started actually releasing, at the hiatus now we have. So basically, we have like entries, which I guess are like chapter equivalents, if in a way, and we have
say so.
The chapter I'm working on has been done for a significant amount of time. It got a little tweaked, but it's been done for a while. The next chapter is actually new and inserted in, so Mars is still working on it, but the chapter after that is like, I think it's like 50% done.
Roughly, yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty damn
so that's
close,
like 50%
actually.
done, and then we have and then we don't have anything specific after that yet, but we have like the broad strokes of where the whole story goes after that. So it is going.
So the way I definitely like writing things is that I have big story beats plotted out. So it's like, okay, I definitely want this moment to happen. I definitely want this moment to happen. And
What's
then
the saying, Oreo?
it's figuring out the connective tissue that brings it all together. Oh, I'd say going by that logic, we have at least 2 to 3 seasons plotted out. Written, no, but plotted, yes.
Yeah, we definitely have basically all the broad strokes figured out in how we want it to go and what we want it to be. But the actual, like, having a script that I can then turn into the panels is only about, like, 1 done and, like, 2 nearly done, chapter-wise. And then the rest has no scripts yet, just brain ideas.
Yep. Brain ideas and Discord channel notes.
Yeah.
Smells like a faucet. Oh, that's interesting.
Interesting.
I didn't know that was
so
a phrase.
Neither of us are Portuguese. The reason that Ferrex is a faucet is mostly because I think they're neat. There's only one character that has
I think
very
we also
specific.
picked him because we want him we wanted him to have the most distinct animal features, and Fossa really let us work with that because like Fossas have the nose, the tail, the ears, the coloration. Like it really gave uh us the freedom to kind of have Ferrex be the most animalistic out of all the Outcast boys.
I'm trying to remember. Me personally, I don't remember exactly making very, very, very specific design choices as to what animals the main crew was. More of what group of animals I wanted them to be.
I know for Ferrex, we were stuck between two. It was Fossa and something else.
There was a time where we were thinking about having a monkey, but it wasn't going to be what the character that Ferrex is now. It was going to be a very different character. And so
and that was like for a whole
that was
other
never a
version
thing
of Outcast.
Yeah, for a very different vibe. But to me, the biggest broad strokes were they all had to be able to swim, and I wanted them to all be in like different groups, right? So we have a reptile, a mammal, a bird, and a fish. You know, he's a shark. So like I wanted to have those different groups, and I wanted to have them all be like at least able and common to swim, right? Like Fossa are definitely arboreal in nature much more than anything else, but which works very well in the rigging of the ship. So that was another big thing. But they can swim, and they do, you know, fairly regularly, to my understanding, swim. But then, of course, Cayman being a crocodilian, very swim, shark, very swim, and albatross, you know, basically whole thing ocean, very swim.
Swim.
Very swim.
Very squish.
Very swim. So those are the big broad strokes. And then it was just honestly like, this animal looks cool. I like this one, you know, and like looking around and just sort of picking like that,
like,
because
woohoo, vibe.
Because so much of their design is based off of those. But I will say for the main cast, most of what they are sort of had broad strokes, but then also was like, and I want this animal just because they're cool, just because I like this one, and we just made it work. Versus future character animals do have a bit more thought behind them, but they're kind of like adding into the story versus had the story made around them, if that makes sense. So there was a lot more like room for the first group to be whatever we wanted, but then every other like named character basically that is a caller does have to have a little more thought put into it. Like I decided that every sort of, they're not continents, they're like islands, every sort of town and stuff would have like a region to it. So the main port that they're going to is based off animals that are from Sumatra, that exist naturally in Sumatra. And so I just get to go to the Wikipedia page and be like, oh yes, Sumatran animals, and look at them all. And so all the background characters are going to be, that are callers, are going to be based on Sumatran animals. And we did some of that on stream. We made a bunch of the characters that'll be background characters on stream. But then there's like another character that's in the port that's specifically not from the port. So he has to be very not a Sumatran animal. And he also has other features that are important that I won't say. But like his animal was very specifically chosen. But I guess there's only like, still overall, there's only like so much that goes into the animal that they are. Because that's only like part of who they are. That's a big part of the story. That's only part of who they are. So there's like 50%, if that makes sense. I rambled. Am I making sense, Mars?
I feel like it makes sense. I'm in full agreement. Because really, at the end of the day, the whole story does come down to, like, people are more than what's on the surface. It's very much one of those kind of stories. Let me just say, Promare came out very recently when we came up with the concept for this, and it was definitely an inspiration. I rewatched Promare the other day, and I was like, oh yeah, wow, a lot of this did inspire Outcast.
I'm kind of making sense. I wouldn't say that Ferrex is necessarily canonically smelly than the rest of them. You know, they are pirates after all, but it's like in like a weird era I always like to say it's not rooted in any specific era, like, because most eras before fairly modern eras were really gross
honest,
in a lot of ways.
I feel like it takes place at the golden age of piracy, but like they know what soap is.
They know what germs are. We have germ theory. We have like
heal wounds and
we
things
have
like
like
that,
the equivalent
illness and things
of
like that. Like they
bushcraft
don't know what
now.
microbes and germs are, but they know, hey, if I do this leaf with this wound, this'll help. So A
and
plus
they
B equals C,
understand like
that's kind of the logic there.
infection is like and like contagion, but not necessarily like little micro germs and stuff. You know, it's like a middle ground because
I feel like
medicine really
we're at the
sucked
golden
for
age
a
of
long
piracy,
time.
We have soap, but Louis
And
Pasteur
so
hasn't come around yet.
So did cleanliness, you know? But it's like we understand that like boiling water is better for you, but I can't sit here and tell you why. But boiling water never made anybody sick, and not boiling water has. You know?
It's also one of those strange things with fantasy and just writing stories in general is like there are just some quote unquote realistic things that are never going to be mentioned. Like you could also ask, why don't we see the characters go to the bathroom? Well, one, I don't.
Ew.
At least I'll assume no one wants to see that. Who
I
knows?
ain't
Maybe
drawing
there's
it.
a select few people who do. But Ori won't draw it, so sad.
Mars slowly deleting all the lines about specifically them going to the bathroom. Very important.
Oh god.
Sorry to hear that, Kelly. Drink water.
I'm so
It
sorry.
makes you feel better usually.
Yeah, honestly, oh jeez, the way I've been dehydrated these last few days isn't even a joke. Like, holy crap, I cannot get enough water in my body and it's driving me crazy because I feel like I'm drinking nothing but water.
Yep. But I feel like the biggest inspiration I've had for like the rough level of knowledge and technology they have is apparently called bushcraft. Okay? Which is basically modern people today going out and camping and teaching you how to like do things with very little. Now they do use like some modern stuff, but if I'm being honest, you can replace like a plastic coated woven tarp with like a waxed sheet of canvas, you know, and you've made it like Outcast level. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, oh, you know, they have paracord. Well, I don't need it to be nylon rope, but it can be, you know, natural woven rope. And that's sort of where it like, yeah, exactly. Traps.
Yeah.
I actually, Rage, bringing this up is really,
There
okay.
are traps. There are traps in Outcast.
Very, very specifically recently looked into a lot of bushcraft traps and really had to sit there and be like, okay, how do these work? You know, looking at all the stuff. So a lot of my like YouTube shorts and stuff is like just a select group of people that are just like bushcraft foraging people. And then this one guy that makes very interesting traps out of like cardboard boxes, but it's more like for the mechanism of it, right? Like to understand like the thought behind inventing the new traps,
stuff, how it
right?
actually works.
Well, it's like, what's the trigger? How does it actually capture the thing? All this sort of stuff. But so yeah, so very, very fun stuff
so they
like
really
that.
break it down.
Well, the videos that I watch are not necessarily breaking it down
Oreo,
that much.
Ferrex is always crafty.
Yeah.
In every sense of the word.
Ferrex is
per
very
his
crafty.
profile.
I mean, he created that the up tree water, you know,
built
irrigation
the up-tree
system.
water reservoir. He built the tree house. He's been keeping maintenance on the ship. He's a very crafty guy.
So yeah, it's
Would he
definitely
be good
like
at arts and crafts? I don't think so. He's more the kid in tech class.
yeah.
In workshop. Woodshop? Workshop?
That's so cute, Kelly.
Oh, that's adorable.
A sweater cat and sweater dog. But yeah, so I think bushcraft era of technology is probably the best way. If you like painted that with like
Now that I know that that's a term that exists, that is the most accurate.
yeah,
That truly
you
is.
like literally take modern bushcraft and then you like paint it with a slightly less tech like brush, right? But a lot of them are pretty light tech. It's just more like modern versions of, like I said, paracord and tarps. You can just use, you know, waxed canvas and, you know, natural rope and stuff. And but they show you how to like make an axe, you know, for like quickness and ease and stuff. And they'll like show you how to like cut wood when you don't have like a place to cut wood and all this sort of stuff. So it's like, yes, all this knowledge. But I kept sending
all this useful stuff
in our Discord, Mars, of like videos where I'm like, oh shit, that was another really interesting thing. Okay, somebody that I followed for a while, that they're training, they're in
really
school
are,
to be a vet, right? So they're in school to be a vet, and they had been doing a lot of like shorts about like how to stitch someone up, suture people. I'm like, one, this is kind of interesting, and two, like it's important to understand how to like stitch people if we have a medic, you know, and that sort of thing, and like how it works. And recently they actually started getting into like actual like animal specific stuff, and they talked about splinting feathers, and I just like put a bunch of the videos in our like comic chat because I'm like, this is very good and important, and this is super interesting, and fuck yes, thank you. Okay, now I know what Sidit's like room on the ship looks like, and it's just like, yes, thank you. And so that's like another new rabbit hole I've gone down, is like specialized animal vet, because it's like, yes, these are weird non-household animals.
This is relevant to our comic.
But
and
if they're using animalistic, you know, if they're using animal techniques, you know, on our animalistic characters, it would make sense.
Oh, they'd have to.
Exactly.
And logically at that point. So now we gotta do research into that to understand how it works. Oh. That's the fun part about being an artist and a writer. You're always learning new things.
Well, that's the fun part about, you know, they say like, write what you know or whatever. You can know whatever you want. You just have to learn it.
You just gotta find the information.
You just gotta learn it.
That's the thing.
That's the secret,
Talk to people, watch videos, use references.
Okay.
It's the best way to learn. Oh, I need some water.
Yes, water's very good. Okay, that was not good. Need it to be thinner? Nope. Nope. I want it to be... Okay, that's a good size.
Ah, there we go. So what are you trying to do here, out of curiosity?
I'm drawing, since the earring is symmetrical, but off to the left, I'm drawing it symmetrically first, and then I will move it to where it belongs.
Oh, I see. Okay. Very clever. Look at these shortcuts Ori's coming up with.
Yes.
Impressive. Work smarter, not harder, you guys.
Indeed.
That is the key.
Be lazy when you want.
And when you can.
Don't squander the gift that is digital art. You can draw the hard way, traditionally, whenever you want.
And Ori's done that too.
Yes. We'll see if I do that tomorrow. I haven't drawn in my sketchbook in a while, actually. I think Art Fight is like taking a lot of... Yeah, I really haven't. I think Art Fight is taking a lot of like creative energy. And so it's just like, yes, you know, any like outlet I needed has gone into Art Fight. And so I'm just like, I don't have any ideas. So Mars, if you have things you want me to draw Outcast Boys wise, you know, tell me.
You did mention doing some Seafoam fan art recently.
That is true.
The question is, which Seafoam pair?
Ooh.
Because there's lots of good ones.
There are lots of good ones. Mars sent me a reel, and it was something along the lines of like, why are there like these anime that I feel like nobody knows about? And then it brought up Servamp, which is literally the anime that like I would say, and I think Mars would agree, sparked the friendship that we have today.
Oh, definitely, 100%.
And so it's definitely like an important part of our lives. And yeah, and they're like, yeah, nobody knows about it. It's like, oh well, guess I gotta take. I say take one for the team, but yeah, I gotta spread the good word of Servamp. Ooh, speaking of anime though, so guys, I just started Fairy Tail the 100 Years Quest because it just started coming out. They've got like 3 episodes out, and I gotta say, I have in the past, and I stand by this. I would say if you haven't seen Fairy Tail, don't start Fairy Tail the original, okay? Just because it's not particularly crazy good, it's kind of bad. It's very vibe, but in a way where it's not trying to be vibe. So unlike Mashley, where it's just like, this is a fun romp time and it totally, knows that it's that. Definitely Fairy Tail is like, try to be a little more versus, and there's like 400 plus episodes, okay? Like, don't get into it. You don't need to get into it. So far, 3 episodes in, Fairy Tail The 100 Years Quest is technically the sequel to Fairy Tail. However, it uses all the main characters, and you still see a lot of the side characters, like, off to the side. But so far, you don't need to know anything about Fairy Tail in order to watch it. There's, like, a couple of, like, little drips and drops, but they're not important, and if they are, they're, like, pretty quickly explained to why they're important. So, again, it's not like I would sit here and say it's a very in-depth, compelling show. It's very, very shonen, okay? Like, incredibly shonen. Like, classically incredibly shonen. But if you really wanted to watch Fairy Tail...
adding on adjectives to that.
Because I need people to understand how, like, baby's first anime this is, if this makes sense, right? How, like, baby's first shonen, like it is. There's not a lot of depth is all I'm trying to get across, okay? It's not deep, even though sometimes it tries to be. But, like, you don't really need to know the characters' backgrounds or anything.
That's what we have fan fiction for.
And it's a very TTRPG-esque romp, I will say. The D&D vibes are strong so far.
So, dare we say it, did they create an entry point for new watchers?
Yeah. See ya. Thanks for showing up,
Enjoy
Oreo.
Town Oreo. Good to see ya.
But yeah, so if you really wanted to watch Fairy Tail, but you're either scared of the amount, dissuaded by me, or anything, but you still want to watch it, and you understand that it's not going to be a crazy, in-depth, show with a lot of amazing writing or anything, watch 100 Years Quest so far. I'm enjoying it so far. Again, it's still... Okay, see, that's the other thing. Yep. It's still classically
got the Ori seal of approval.
Shonen anime in the fact of, like, how the humor is, where, like, one character loses her top, or they cut, there's a lot of women villains that really enjoy stripping the other female characters. And now, thankfully, they're all adults, but it doesn't make it not weird. But that's very, like I said, classically shonen. You know what I'm saying?
Really
like
weird hearing that the Fairy Tail characters are adults now.
Yeah, no, they've been adults, to my understanding. They've always been adults.
Have they?
Yeah, Natsu's always been like 21, to my understanding.
Oh my god, I thought he was 17.
Okay, Lucy is 17 at the beginning. It has been multiple years, though. So, but Lucy is 17. And then we have... Yeah, Natsu was always older than I, like, think he is. He's also technically, like, very, very old, but that's a long thing.
Spoiler town.
Okay, the wiki does not say it. That means it's not outright anything. Age. Okay, they say he's 18, 19. Still. It's been at least 2 years since the beginning of the anime. That's at least. They are also, like, sealed away for 7 years at some point in the anime. And,
Oh, okay. So we got some wibbly wobbly timey wimey stuff going on.
yeah.
Hey, a PCM.
Okay, here it is, here it is. We're in this age? So he's 21 now! I was right! I was correct! He is now 21. He should be 26 because they were sealed away. You know, but he's 21 now.
Well, damn.
Dire news. Uh-oh, what happened to Neffy?
Oh, PCM, you didn't.
Oh, you're the worst, VC.
Ah, jeez. Okay, PCM, that's not dire. That's good news.
We like it.
We don't use the
like
word
the
dire
W.
to describe good news.
We like the W's here.
This is Writing 101.
Give us the shipper W's.
Please, for our souls.
Alrighty. Will you? I mean, she is your character, so maybe.
I don't know. Hard to tell. Hard to tell.
I want more hair in front. Too much hair in front. I think that's enough. A little bit. Of course, PCM.
Yes, please. I think the better question is, why wouldn't we want to see her in a dress?
Yeah.
That's a true question.
I think I'm going to just try to line these characters today. And then at very least, if it gets to the end of Art Fight, I can still post them just lined for the person that they're for. But
Nice.
hopefully I'll get to color them.
Fingers crossed, but you know, you do what you can.
You're trying to do some. That's all I can do.
And that's all you can do sometimes.
Indeed. Yes. There we go. It's a turtleneck, so we gotta add the little seam.
Oh, so cute.
Oh, posted a noop. Let's look at the noop.
Oh, there's a noop.
There
I need to
is
see the noop.
supposedly a noop. There it is.
Oh, nope, that's turnabout trivia.
Ooh.
Where-
Ooh. Both ooh.
Oh, those are very nice.
Look at all her tattoos. Fancy,
Very
fancy.
nice indeed.
Lovely.
That is some good character design right there. Love it.
Okay. Where's your hair?
You
That's
can
your
never go
hair.
wrong with tattoos on a
And that's
character,
your
I
hair.
find.
No, literally, I will say the only thing holding me back from giving any of the Outcast Boys tattoos is having to draw them all the time.
You'd have to draw them constantly.
Yeah, literally, the sole thing holding me back for 99% of character design is comics is like, if this isn't plot relevant, I really don't want to have to draw it all the time. And you could be like, Ori, well, you know, wouldn't it be covered most of the time? And it's like, one, you haven't seen their port outfits yet, but two, why would I give a character a tattoo if you're never going to see it? Unless it's specifically plot relevant that they, like, don't like it or something, you know? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And I'm sorry, guys, for all my creativity and angst-loving addled brain, I cannot think of a reason why they'd have a tattoo that they don't want.
I can,
Or-
but it would
or a
be the
tattoo
other
they were forced
characters.
to get.
It would be the other group of pirates. I can see having something.
Okay, that I could envision. I was definitely thinking of the main boys.
Oh yeah, I know. No, their lives would not have
My
had
brain
that.
just always go to them first.
Oh yeah, of course. No, I mean that's what I was talking about. Like Milano's like scales and Aster's feathers
Well,
are
I feel
already
like the scales are
painful,
enough.
but they're at least repetitive, right? Like, does that make sense? They're at least like they always look the same. They're just like little loops all over. Like it's fine, and I don't have to draw them identical every time. But it's like anything besides like, oh, thank you for the follow. I can't see.
Thank you.
Seek.
Seek?
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Seek.
If my brain died. If I don't draw the scales or even send it stripes or anything in like the exact same way, because it's like organic, it doesn't matter. Nobody's gonna notice. But unless the tattoo is like super simple, like bars, like armbands or something, it's like, this is gonna get real complicated really fast. And I just can't. I already kill myself enough over drawing them in the state that they're in already. With all of, I will say I've gotten much faster at it though. Oh my god, I've gotten sometimes I like specifically the lining. Sometimes I'm like lining and I'm like, damn, or you go fast now. You know how to draw these boys. It is wild, though, because that does mean that when I line anything else, it's like, no, why does this take so long? Why is this taking forever?
Because you put so much into it.
I just know my boys like the back of their hands. Well, also, art fight OCs are not meant to be simply replicated, and I've never drawn them before. I specifically am choosing characters that I haven't drawn before.
Kudos, you're going into hard mode.
Mm-hmm. This year I focused on like trying to draw people's characters that I like know from like a server or, you know, stream or something. I think next year I might lean more into characters that really spark creativity.
The creative juices.
Because there was a few this year that were really like, oh, I'm feeling this one. Like, we're going ham. And I really actually had a lot of fun.
That's very promising.
Yeah.
Yes, creativity, PCM.
Creativity.
Also, you could post and share, I'm gonna mispronounce this, oh dear. Circea?
Circea?
Circea? Even if she's just a person, she deserves some love.
Casual noob.
I'm a casual nooper myself.
I noob casually from time to time.
I want that to be a verb now. It's just so fitting.
It's already a verb. PCM goes noopin' time when it's time for this noop stream.
But only in our immediate sphere. I want it to be accepted by everybody.
You want everybody to noop around?
We gotta create a frindle situation here where this word is accepted. Did anybody else read that book in elementary school? Frindle?
No, not frindle.
Really? Oh, that was a good one. Oh, nice grenade. But what kind of sauce did you make with that pasta? That's the important question.
It'll never
Good
be the last PCM.
Spread the word of the noob.
Oh, I have water and chocolate, so you know what I'm doing. Eating some chocolate.
No sauce, just cheese. Oh.
I'm down for that. I don't like tomato sauce. TBH.
I have cheese downstairs. I could eat that.
Is it safe cheese, Mars?
It's plant cheese. It's fine.
Okay.
That's the funny thing. Okay, guys, so the reason I was sick on Monday, I am 80% positive I had a lactose attack. Earlier that day, I went
I'm
to go
sorry,
see
that's a
movie.
hilarious turn of phrase. I'm really, really sorry. Lactose attack! It sounds less like something that's happening to you and more somebody throwing milk at you to harm you because you're lactose intolerant.
They might as well have.
Yeah, exactly, Grenade. Grenade's there. Grenade's with me here. Lactose attack. I'm the... Oh my god, Mars. I'm sorry. I'm the milkman. Lactose attack. Oh my god. You
It
might
does
be...
kind of sound like a Pokemon move when you say it out
Or
loud.
like just a superhero, you know, thing.
A really bad superhero.
Come on, the milkman could be awesome.
Then again, they did make Condiment Man, so maybe
I feel like
this
the
isn't
milkman
such a
has
far cry.
better PR than Condiment Man.
I feel like the Milkman could do a lot more than
People
Condiment
love
Man.
the milkman, guys. Okay. I'm totally changing the subject, Mars. I'm very sorry. But we've gone down this
That's
rabbit hole
okay.
now. Okay, there's an indie game and it's called like You're Not My Neighbor or something like that. That's not my neighbor. I can't remember exactly, but it's like Papers, Please.
I know the one you're talking about.
But
the
with
Sussy
changelings?
Neighbor
Yeah.
Simulator.
Yeah, so basically you're a doorman
There was a
and you
game
have to
theory on
sort
it recently.
yeah. I watched it. I've also seen Markiplier play it. But you basically like sort people yes, PCM, yes, that's what I'm getting at. So you like sort
Yes.
people, you have to decide if they're changelings or not. That's not my neighbor. There it is. And one of the characters that like it comes up is there's a guy and he's a milkman and the internet fucking went nuts over this. He's very plain. He's just a milkman, but he's a milkman, so everybody's fucking drawing this milkman, and he's like a lot of times he's like a doppelganger. He's a changeling, and so a lot of times they like drawing him evil and kind of creepy and kind of like sadistic, and it's just like, okay, internet, why are you fixating over this guy in particular? You know, it's just very interesting.
Internet, why did you internet today?
Hey, I will say it's better than that weird taxi game with the guy who has to pee that had like an internet.
I definitely missed that one.
There's a game. He's not Grenade. You only see him from like chest up, like a bust. He's just kind of a dude. He's
You
not
can't even
bad,
tell
but he's
Grenade.
not good. Like the style is pretty like simple,
He's
so
just kind of plain.
he's just kind of a guy. He's just exhausted and tired. There you go.
I guess that's why he's relatable.
Is he DILF? See, again, I wouldn't find him
See, I don't know
particularly
if I'd put
anything.
him at DILF level.
People draw him DILF, okay? Like, people draw him, like, real hot, but, like, I don't know what sparked this to be a thing. But, the other thing, though, is that, what I was saying is, yeah, there's this other game before that was, like, it's like a mobile game, I think? And, like, you're, like, an Uber driver or something, and you're picking people up. And one of the guys you pick up is this guy who really needs to use the bathroom. And he's, like, sweating and he's, like, doing, like, the pee-pee dance. And everyone was, like, drawing him real hot as well. And it's like, why?
Why?
Why? Thank you, MGL.
Internet. Why do you gotta internet?
I don't understand. Like, and what sucks, what's the worst is, like, the art is really good, but it's just really weird.
It's
like,
just,
like,
it
oh, yeah,
stemmed from a very interesting place.
love the art.
Please.
I'll never
But
wrap my ace
why?
around my ace brain around this grenade. I don't want to think about it.
I don't even think that's an ace brain. That's something else. That you don't need to be ace to not get that. That's like
Grenade,
we're
the
in
name-
kink territory
look
now.
up- That's not my neighbor, Milkman. That's not my neighbor, Milkman. That's the Milkman you want. But no, it's just one of the things. Because at least, like, a lot of times I understand, right? Like, I can see it. But it's just Milkman, he's just kind of there. It's
you
kind
can
of
usually
okay.
connect the dots.
Wink indeed.
Like, okay, this one guy from Zenless Zone Zero, he is literally a furry.
Yes,
like
okay, I mean, the wolf guy,
But
the wolf
I
guy with the high
see
heels.
why.
I mean, like,
I understand
hey,
how
look at
he
him.
got here. But I
I
follow
told you, Grenade.
it.
I told
You
you,
know,
Grenade.
like, it makes sense.
Okay.
It tracks why people want this character. I'm not sure why people want the Milkman. But also, what the hell was I talking about before this tangent?
You had a lactose attack.
Ah, yes, lactose attack.
But I'm going to show wolf guy.
But I forget why I was talking about that.
I'm sorry.
Why was I talking about lactose attack? I completely forgot. Oh, right. No, I was saying I was gonna eat cheese. You asked me if it was the safe cheese.
Yes.
I said it's plant-based. I already had
this
enough
guy.
lactose attack.
Look
That's
at
right.
him.
Yeah.
Okay, like look at him. 2, he's wearing fucking heels, which okay, I do like the digigrade,
Also,
but like heels.
He's a gentleman.
Yeah, he's like it's a like, you know, understandable. Okay? Like we get it. Okay? Like look at him. Okay? We like him.
I understand.
Milkman boring.
I understand. Possibly Grenade. A lot of people have gone for him.
Open image.
I'm more of a Billy Kid stan myself, personally.
He's great, but like aesthetic-wise, I'm sorry, Vaughn is there. This is the Milkman. This is the in-game Milkman. Okay? Why did people go nuts?
Because he looks the most normal out of all the people there, too.
Maybe.
So, like,
I don't know.
by proxy, he's the most smashable.
The W. Afton guy looks pretty normal.
Oh, right, there is a guy named Afton in that game. I was like, how did he get to Five Nights at Freddy's?
But, like, yes. Thank you. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
And what a TED Talk it was.
Yeah, I guess so, Grenade. But yeah, when you look it up and, like, the first thing that comes up is fan art of him and not the actual thing, it's like, alright then.
It's like, okay.
Okay,
cool.
Indeed.
An internet gonna internet.
Internet is gonna internet.
Ah, crap, now I'm hungry. I think I actually will get that cheese.
Go get that cheese.
I'm getting that cheese. Fuck it, I want that cheese.
Go get that cheese. You guys just have me now. Yeah, exactly, Grenade. And again, what sucks is that the fan art is, like, good. You know, like it's good stuff. But it's just like, why? Why can't we have nice things, you know? Ah, yes. How was it? For those who don't know, Grenade asked me if I had ever eaten the specifically brand of pancake mix, and I said no. But I also don't like pancake mix very much. I'm a bougie fresh pancakes only girly. Yeah. Whoops, that's not what I want, actually. It's bound to happen. They turn real fast. But yeah. The only ever time I liked pancake mix is when it was homemade pancake mix that I made. Okay, really, really funny story. Really funny story.
There was only one slice left.
Stole it.
Mm.
But my
Really
uncle loves to make box mix pancakes. That's his favorite thing. Never from scratch. Never from anything else. He loves box mix pancakes, okay? I hate box mix pancakes. I only like bougie from scratch pancakes. Okay?
They're delicious.
They're so
They're
good.
great.
But that's the only way I like pancakes. So I don't. So whenever we're like over and we stay over their house for breakfast.
Box would be like in a box grenade, like
Yeah.
pre-made pancake mix.
Box is any kind of pre-made pancake mix. So now the difference is box mix is specifically a powder that you add like the liquid to. Unlike what you got, which is like the jug, where it's already a liquid. Two different things, right? So,
Oh, it got moldy? Ew.
yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, yours had milk too? Yeah, so box mix is anything dry. Versus you can get liquid pancake mix. But I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about box mix, which just means dry pre-made pancake mix. And obviously I don't like it, so breakfast is always really sad for me at their house. I had the bright idea. I was like, alright, I have a pancake recipe. What if I make my own box mix pancakes and give it to him as a gift so that he can make me pancakes that I actually like?
Trick him into using fresh
So I did that.
ingredients
I did that.
in a box.
Box mix, yes, PC. Nice.
Does sound pretty close.
It does sound very close. But yeah, and so I like put the dry ingredients in a jar and I like printed out the directions and like what to add, and I like gave it to him. I was like, "Here, Uncle, like, you know, look at this great gift I made with no ulterior motives, just because I know how much you like box mix things."
What if he finishes up all the pancake mix before you come over next?
No, you misunderstand. I gave it to him when I came over.
Oh, okay.
I was like, "Oh yes, we're coming to visit. Here you go. Thank you. Oh, I can't wait for you to try it."
Sneaky, Ori.
No, my mom was hella in on it. My mom was hella in, and she was like, "Yes, you should do this." Oh.
Your mom was totally on board for this. Yes, Ori. This is the right thing to do. Play 4D chess so you get actually good pancakes.
Well, it's like, I'm not trying to insult him, because it has nothing to do with him, okay? He can physically make the pancake from the batter fine. That's not the problem. The problem is the batter sucks. The batter's gross.
Poor Ori. Well, at least it all worked out for you in the end.
Yep.
You got your pancakes.
I got my pancakes, and they were good. I ate breakfast that day.
You wouldn't have eaten breakfast otherwise?
Because if I'm sitting there and they make breakfast and the main meal of the breakfast is disgusting pancakes that I don't want, yeah, I'm sorry, I'm having juice. Oh, and the other thing they have is scrapple, and I don't like scrapple. I like sausage.
What is scrapple?
Another kind of breakfast meat.
It does not have an appetizing name.
Yeah, because it's made of all the bits of food that you don't like. That's why it's called scrapple.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You love talking about pancake mix?
Interesting.
I'm glad, MGL. This stream is basically Ori does art in the background where we talk about whatever the fuck. That is what
we just
2 out of 3 of our streams are. The third stream is Ori, Mars, and Dylan possibly try to play Ace Attorney while also talking about whatever the fuck.
Which we also do.
Yes. A slice of Nutella? Why are you slicing your Nutella? We got more Nutella today.
Is it a slice of bread with Nutella?
Oh, on bread, okay.
Okay, that makes more sense.
This makes more sense.
I was very fearful this was another raw meat situation.
Well, I would just be like, you're putting your Nutella in the fridge? We have been told, MGL, and will probably not specifically because I don't want to deal with the darkness of it. I don't want to deal.
Ori has very specific types of games she will play.
Yes. Types of media that I will consume. I
Yes.
wouldn't even say it's honestly not that specific. It's just one thing. It's just one thing. And that's, it has to be overall hopeful. That's really the only, like, big thing. I don't want my, like, angst with no reprieve or hope of reprieve. That's why link click is really good. It hurts me a lot, but I'm still like, the boys, they'll do it. They'll manage, okay? They'll come out on top. Play
I
Celeste.
need them to have hope.
Grenade.
Although, I gotta say, my favorite tag on AO3 for Link Click Fix is definitely Lu Guang versus the concept of moving on.
Oh.
Like, ow, but also
can we?
just
Yeah.
hilarious.
And that's why no. That's why no for Ori.
That's why it's only in fanfiction.
Yes. Yeah, MGL. It's definitely not in our short list, but we have considered it.
I know after the Ace Attorney games, we're thinking of doing Ghost Trick.
The problem with so after Ace Attorney, guaranteed Ghost Trick. There's 2
and I think
Studio
Professor
Graves games that are currently out that plan to be in there at some point, and then Professor Layton is an idea on the table, and so is the Nancy Drew PC games.
Yes, I'm
because
excited
honestly, I think
for
that would be
really,
really fun. And there's one that just came out earlier this year in June. So like,
I did not
that's pretty
know
wild.
They were still making games.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
So like, pretty neat. But yes, Grenade. The problem with Celeste is I'm really bad at game. I'm
Grenade,
really bad at game. I've watched
you
people play
watched
Celeste.
Ori play
Not
Wander
possible.
Song,
I would not.
you
I
will
would
know
die.
she is bad at
Literally
game.
dead. Literally.
She's very bad at game.
Would never be able to, you know?
Celeste is a great game. The problem is we cannot play that.
Dylan played it. Dylan beat it. Or
maybe we'll make another Dylan show. Have him play it and we'll be the commenters.
No.
The commentary.
Attack. Okay, on to the next.
Oh. You finished that attack already?
It's not done. I said we're aiming for lines. Remember, we're aiming for just the lines down.
Oh dang.
Style new. So we can try and get more done. I have a bunch of bookmarks.
Congratulations, Grenade. I wonder if that's a record.
Yes, grenade. This happened to Dylan. Dylan and I have been together for nearly 10 years. Okay? It'll be 10 years at the end of this year. And it took Dylan a good 9 of those years. 9 of those years to believe that I'm actually bad at games. And you know what tipped him over the edge? Finally, it wasn't Wandersong. It was Baldur's Gate. It was me trying to play Baldur's Gate. Now, I will say, he learned it was not my fault because the scroll wheel thing didn't work. But it didn't fully absolve me.
Nope.
I'm very bad at game.
'Twas a very rough time for all involved.
We played one of the Studio Investigrave games, and there's a part where you have to, like, push a button really fast.
Oh, yeah! And Ori kept failing!
I failed a lot! I failed more than a normal person should, okay? And this is sad because I have actually good reflexes. I think the game just, like, immerses me in a way where I fucking panic. And
Well,
I can't do
especially
it.
when it's a horror game.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a
Well,
given.
it's startling.
It's like we were being chased by things. We had to run away from things.
It was,
like,
I also wasn't prepared because elevator hitch, none of that happened, right? That was our only experience
Yeah.
before. So I was like expecting an elevator hitch-esque experience where it's like, oh, we're interacting with things, there's kind of gross stuff, you know, creepy stuff, but no me having to play game. It was, I almost said chill touch. It was Cold Front. Cold Front. That one kicked my butt a little bit for a little bit there.
That was actually pretty terrifying. Gotta say.
That monster was really creepy, I will say.
They did such a good job designing that monster. Like, guys, I am a coward, but I absolutely love monster designs, and let me say, that monster design was sick. They knew what they were doing.
I will say with pride, though, I'm a good enough gamer to, now, bear with me, after watching multiple people have done Let's Plays, I did manage to beat the original Five Nights at Freddy's game. So, you know, I could do some things. But I will say I had seen a lot of Let's Plays before doing that.
A lot of Let's Plays, a lot of theories, a lot of how-tos.
Ooh, interesting grenade.
Oh, that sounds like an interesting game.
Yeah, the emotions were great, Pastry Puff. I love the Student Investigative games. They came out with one recently that's called Married in Red, which is definitely on the list of probably if Dylan can't make a stream, that's what we'll do. And Dead Plate is one I want all three of us to play together, just because it is a bit longer to my understanding than the rest of them, and it does have a lot more characters to my understanding in it, so I do want us all to be there for that one.
That'll be a fun one. I'm looking forward to that one. If it's anything like Played Up, it's gonna be absolute chaos.
To my understanding, it's like well, it's not multiplayer, so it will be less chaos because I can control the narrative.
Aww.
But to my understanding, it's more like
Darn.
Diner Dash or something, and like Escape Room, something like that. I forget the exact description. I can bring it up. Elevator.
Oh, people cried?
A restaurant tycoon game set in 1960s France, following the story of a lively
Ooh.
waiter named Rhodey and trying to make as much money as possible in a week at a fancy bistro owned by a charismatic and successful chef, Vince. To my understanding, it's a game a lot of people like came in on. Oh no, Pastry Puff. No E in Rhodey. Roddy. I would say Rhodey. R-O-D-Y. That's how they spelled it. You got Marcel, Jean-Philippe. Offended, I'm sorry. They're not French, so I cut them some slack. I believe they're Korean, because to my understanding, I remember Nicole saying something along the lines of the games are originally in Korean.
Which is really freaking cool.
So, very fun times.
Very, very fun times.
I don't even know what colors I want here. This.
That is always the question.
It's just for the sketch, but, my brain likes them. I sketch so colorfully. But yeah,
Ooh.
Studio
I'm
Investigative
getting
is...
Undyne vibes from this.
Yeah, they're a water genasi.
Ah. Beautiful.
Yeah, that's good. We like that. Okay, okay. I'm gonna try to cut the bust here. Little blip. Lovely. Yeah. We have a long time before we're done with Ace Attorney, though. So all of this stuff is, like, pretty far in the future. But it's fun to think about. Honestly, I'm pretty excited about the Nancy Drew games. Because I honestly think that we will make it so funny. I think it'll be a riot. But guys, I started editing.
Incredible.
I started editing Farewell My Turnabout.
Oh.
I'm currently editing videos we streamed a year ago.
I cannot believe it's been that long. Just holy crap. It's like, how? When? Why?
Yes, Pastry Puff. You've known Itsuzumi for 2 chapters. We love Undynes. We like Undyne from...
a year ago, Grenade.
Yeah, a year ago. I think...
Believe it or not.
Enthuse gave me, like, a number once. Enthuse is like, at this current rate, it'll take you this long before you post all the videos. And it's like, he's like, that's not too,
I think we had an existential crisis.
Yeah,
about
no.
that.
And Enthuse is like, that's not to, like, scare you or anything. It's just interesting. What is it?
It didn't scare us, per se. But it definitely got us thinking.
Yeah, the ending isn't meant to scare you. But do keep this in mind. Because it's shocking how far out that is, especially as the backlog gets longer with each stream. And that is that the remainder of Justice for All and Trials of Tribulations, which is 9 months of streams, will not be fully uploaded to YouTube until about May of 2027. It'll be a lot of years. Yeah, it will. It will, Pastry Puff. Which I'm fine with. I'm happy to have this sort of steady, like, this is the game we play, and I don't have to worry about, you know, we're building this community, and this is the game we play, and this is it. I do like that. It just allows to chill and have this.
Which is very, very nice.
Oh.
Oh.
Well then.
I see. It's not letting me do anything about it, though.
And
gosh,
bam.
darn it.
Ta-da! Success. Alrighty.
Oh, it'll definitely be a couple, Pastry Puff.
It's okay, Grenade. No worries. I think the math is... So 3 games took us like a year and a half, I think was the math. And then 2 games took us a year. So it's like half a year, 6 months per game, roughly, I think is the math. So it'll be... I don't even know when we started investigations.
Not a clue.
I did the math originally. And then I lost it. I had it once upon a time. Do with that math what you may. Because, yeah, the first trilogy took a year and a half. So that's from, like, 2022, right? Yeah. 2022.
No way.
Yeah, because this will be our second streamiversary. So that would have been...
Wow.
2022. And then, this will take... So that would be to mid... We're just rounding years right now. So I think that would bring us to 2024, the beginning of 2024. And then then 2 years... Oh, I'm sorry, 1 year of investigations brings us to 2025. So math. Yeah, it would have had to be halfway through this time. I don't even know anymore. When did we finish anything? Who knows?
I don't even know. You are definitely asking the wrong person. From the bakery arc? Dang, that's a long time ago.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
Everything is way back. That's how it be.
Way back.
Well, it's because there's like, I think the average is 6 videos per stream, and I don't post 6 videos a week because fuck.
No.
So
because why would you? Holy shit.
I mean, I won't lie. If I could, I would. You know, like if I had the ability to do that, I would, but I don't. So I won't. I will say 2 episodes a week is still a lot. So it is a little like, oh boy, it is definitely a grind to get the 2 a week.
I can imagine.
So, you know, if we get to the point where I can hire, you know, enough editing to make it more, I would. But it makes us not enough money for that yet.
A 6 week for 2 weeks. Damn, Grenade.
Yeah, that was only part of it.
And this is only part 1.
Yeah, no, I could never. 2 a week is like bordering manageable now after I've done a lot to attempt to cut down like the amount of effort. And then I went, oh, some of them will have animations, which was a bad choice. But, you know.
And then you made more work for yourself again.
Yeah. I'm struggling right now because it's like I really want to keep adding them because they're funny and they're fun and I enjoy doing them. But it is
It
just
also
like
helps us stand out as Let's
it helps
Players.
us stand
like,
out.
No one else is doing that.
But it is a little like, oh, I could have had this video done if I didn't want to animate a part of it. Thankfully, it is not like I refuse to make it every episode. Like I just can't. And I have like basically, so the way I edit videos is like I go through them and I mark them with like the things like meme goes here, this is a reference, this needs an image, you know, Mars or I make the noise, and so that gets like a special thing.
So our little characters need to shake.
Yeah, need to vibrate, or like we make like the noises for laughing, that gets a certain thing, you know, etc. Marks like that. And one of the marks now is of course this could have an animation. You know, that like, oh, this could be animated. But multiple times have I like, nah, I'm not really feeling this one anymore. I'm not animating it. So that definitely helps. That I'm like, because I did once try to like animate an extra one that I like had stopped feeling. And I was like, yeah, this is not funny anymore. So we're just not going to do that. And that's how we keep the sanity.
You gotta keep the sanity. Otherwise you go cray-cray.
Indeed.
And no one wants that.
Nobody wants that. The sandy what? Yeah, you know, it's hard to keep it. It's hard to get it. And it's hard to keep it, you know? But if you pick enough flowers outside, you know, you have torches at night.
Go for a couple walks.
You know, you don't get soaking wet in the rain. That keeps your sanity meter up.
It definitely helps. You know?
Hope people have any idea what I'm referencing. I don't know if you know what I'm referencing, Mars, do you?
I don't know specifically what you're referencing, but I feel like it's Minecraft related.
It's not Minecraft, but it is definitely similar genre of game. Oh, okay. So I was referencing Don't Starve or Don't Starve Together.
Oh, okay.
But I wanted to say...
I thought it might have been Terraria.
I'm really happy, Pastry Puff, that you've been watching shows that Mars and I have recommended. And the reason for that is I'm editing videos, right? And I make a reference that you didn't get when we made the reference, Pastry Puff, but you will get now. Which is really wild to think about. But also really cool, in my opinion.
When that works out retroactively.
I'm like, oh my god, this is a reference, and Pastry Puff will get it now, because they've watched that show now.
Had to be Ori and High School Host Club.
It is Ori and High School Host Club.
I knew it.
So, keep an eye out for the Ori and High School Host Club reference. I mean, it'll be very obvious, because I'm gonna put the little clip in, because that's the editing style.
I've been getting so much Ori and High School Host Club on my feed recently. They know I'm talking about it. They know we've been mentioning it on stream.
YouTube keeps really trying to suggest to me this video that's like, there's nothing like Ori and High School Host Club and there never will be. And I'm just like, I don't want to watch a video like that. Like, I just don't want to do it. Hello, Antag. How are you?
Hey, Antag.
And to think we were talking about Studio Investigrave earlier.
We were running down the plan for the next 5 years.
Yeah, more than again. If we have,
I don't want to think.
If we have a little more than half a year on investigations at minimum, I will say investigation has been longer than I've expected, so could be longer.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting the cases to go for so long. Not that I'm complaining; it's very fun.
Yeah. So we'll say, you know, conservatively, half a year of that left. Okay, and then we have a year and a half of Apollo Justice. So that's 2 years right there. And then we have another year of Chronicles. So that's 4 years at minimum. I can't imagine going any faster than that. Yes, Space Dream Bomb. And now you know I love my boy and this child that I really want to enjoy. Just he has a bad name and he could have had a great name, but they took it from me. They took it from me.
You're still on about Clavier. Okay, the answer is yes.
Massively lowballing how long. It's how long it took us. So I'm literally solely judging off the first trilogy. Took us a year and a half. I'm like 99% sure of that. Unless it was 2 years.
I'm 99% sure you're right.
Because the first video came out in September. And I know that wasn't the same time we started streaming. But I think our first stream was in like June. I can check. I don't know why I'm not checking. I can look this up. It's my freaking... It's my channel after all. Like I can see. Ooh,
Like,
also,
oh, wow,
we
can
are...
actually
Guys.
statistics.
So we are slowly creeping up in subscribers. We have
Yes.
983, and we have just a week until Streamiversary. So I don't know if you're not subscribed to the YouTube channel Oricami on YouTube, ORICAMI, you should help us get to 1,000. All right, let me look at my
It's so crazy, you guys.
studio. Content, lives. That's analytics. That's not what I want. I want this. Lives. Nope. Can I sort from oldest? No. Okay. Going down to the end. You know what? Probably going through the playlist is faster.
I think so.
It doesn't
That'll
have the
save you
other
some time.
streams in it. Nope, that's the wrong playlist. I'm already failing really bad to look this up on my own fucking thing. Okay, here it is.
Girl, what is happening right now?
I found it. Okay.
You sure?
When were you posted? You make me go to YouTube to see when you were posted? I think you are gonna make me go to YouTube to see when you were posted. Don't play. Stop. Thank you.
We got another one.
We got another one? Oh, a
Yep.
bot.
I think it's on Twitch this time.
It was on Twitch both times. Okay. I'm going back to try to figure this out.
This is crucial information, you guys.
I'm just so curious.
We must know.
The first stream was October 11th, 2022. Oh, okay. I know why the first... So the first video is not an Ace Attorney video. It's a Wandersong video. That's what I'm thinking is September. But that was like when I started posting videos on YouTube. But the first live stream is October 11th, 2022. And then...
I know, right? Pastry Puff? It feels like a milestone.
Oh, hold on. Yes, I love the Kyoya Mall episode. That one's great. I love that one a lot. Yes, Tamaki and the dog. So good. Okay. And then our last Trials and Tribulations stream was... I love that. Thank you, YouTube. Very, very helpful. No, wait, that can't be right. Hold on. I'm looking at the wrong thing. Am I? I don't even know.
How could you be looking at the wrong thing?
I have so many playlists, Mars. There's a lot of content. That's video. Do I have more? Oh god. Of many? Jesus. That's why I'm failing here. Nope. Okay. I've lost my way.
Oh, jeez.
I thought it was this. No, I found it. Okay, I finally got there. Because October's definitely wrong. Sure, edit in YouTube. I just want to look. Why are you being like this, please? Is that the wrong way? Yes. Okay, this is technically the second stream because the first one was not on YouTube. But the second stream was October 5th. Okay, not that long.
There we go.
So that's a week before. So I was right. September, the end of September of 2022 would have been our first Ace Attorney stream. And then the last Trials and Tribulations one is here. Stop. Jesus Christ. Please. Please allow me to do what I want.
You sound like you're having a time.
Oh my god.
What?
I'm trying, okay, it's because when it starts in the playlist, the pause button is in the leftmost corner of the player, and I go to click it, and by the time I click it and it registers, the pause button has moved over one to make way for the back button in the playlist, and I click the back button in the playlist, and it happened to me twice.
Terrible.
Hate it.
I hate when it does that.
Hate it, hate it, hate it. March
That's
8th, 2024. So October, so we'll say October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May. That's 20 months. So that's a little over a year and a half, right? Because a year and a half would be 18. So a year and 8 months.
That's so crazy, actually,
so
breaking
a
it down like
year and 2/3.
Jeez.
Now that is not playing the game fully through. We did have over a month of not playing Ace Attorney because Dylan was studying for the bar during that part. So I'm actually going to cut that back down to it was a year and a half.
So maybe be a bit conservative with that.
Yeah, I would say it is a year and a half because that Dylan had a whole month off plus more time. Dylan had basically 2 months off because we played 3 Tangled Tower and 4 Paradise Killers. So that's 7 weeks. And then we definitely had 1 or 2 weeks. Like, I know I went on vacation for a week and we didn't play. And of course we played other things, so. I have not Grenade. I have not heard from John. Last time I heard from him was when we changed servers. And I, like, just DM'd him, like, hey, we're changing servers if you want to move over too. And I haven't. Dylan did survive the chip, Oscar. He did. He lived. But yeah. So
Dylan's
I'll say
good with spicy things.
Yeah, pastry puff. So I'll say a year and a half. Pretty accurate. Pretty accurate. So that means our first. And that's also not including, like, we do like some other thing, like technically it would be less gameplay total, but we'll count that all in. It's a year and a half. And then we started. Why does this say? There it is. So we started investigations March. Woo! Woo woo!
Oh boy.
March 22nd.
That sounds like a mic going down.
So we'll skip. That was me hitting it. We'll skip. So we'll say April, May, June, July. Wow, we've only been playing against investigations for 4 months.
Huh.
So we're right on track, guys. I don't know what you're talking about. My calculations are on point. Just saying.
That's not half bad.
Just saying. 4 months, we're on the second to last case. We're maybe about halfway through. I don't actually know. I'll say halfway through. So yeah. Yeah, I would say my estimates are pretty on point.
I'd say I have to agree.
There's some references of this character that are on ArtFight here, and they're giving like how people draw Penelope from Suffering vibes.
Ooh.
And it's just like
I mean,
the
those
looks,
are hella good vibes.
The looks are just like serving that. Penelope. Did you see the thing about how it was like the main musical thing that shows it's not Penelope is the fact that there's no violin, and I was like, oh,
God, I love how clever this series is.
It's so good. Can I get an actual play at the end, please? An actual musical, please? I would pay
would stay 8 hours in
an
the theater
ungodly
to watch
amount
this
of money.
entire thing. I really would.
And I would literally sit in the theater for an entire day.
Yeah, no, actually.
I would do it.
Like, sign me up, please. I am begging and pleading.
That's like that would be the one thing I treat myself to, like, that year, like, if I had to, like, Jesus.
I was like, please, pretty please.
The real people grenade, or the people who played them in the originally in the first casting? Because I feel like those are two very different things. The real people. All right. They were pretty young, if I remember correctly. I think the only one that got kind of old was Ben Franklin got kind of old. Yeah, yeah.
Ben Franklin?
Yeah, he was older, always. How old was Ben Franklin in 1776? He was 70 in 1776, okay? Like, Ben Franklin was an old man. The rest of them were very young.
He was no spring chicken.
Okay, George Washington was older than I expected.
Hmm.
He was 44.
Oh, okay.
But Hamilton was
Sounds
21.
right.
A child. Yeah. Lafayette was 18. Putting up your laundry for 7 days.
Trusted these people with the country? What?
Okay, country time? You're saying your country because you haven't done your laundry? I'm really bad. I've only recently become an adult about my laundry. I really don't like doing laundry. And it's mostly just, it's like time consuming in an annoying way. Because you like can't do a lot of stuff and do, like, I'm not talking about the actual, like, physically putting it in the washing machine and taking it out and putting it in a dryer and taking it out. Easy fucking shit. That's not the shit I'm talking about. I'm talking about after it comes out of the dryer, now I have to put it away. That's annoying as hell because you still need to kind of look and pay attention to what you're doing. You can't do it fully mindlessly, so you can't watch anime if there's subtitles.
No.
And you're doing stuff with your hands, so you can't do like anything else. So it's pain.
It's incredibly sad.
Oh, I see, Grenade. You're saying you're not adulting, and other people were like, oh, let's make a country and go to war at the same rough age. Yes, I understand now.
Poor one.
You know, times have changed, and I'm for the better. I don't need to be going off to war. I was happy. It was a very fun
want it.
time. So recently, the selective service, I think is what it's called, age, like, went up for men. It has never been for women, but it went up for men.
Oh, the draft?
Yeah. Well, it's not a draft because it's not a draft yet, but the thing you sign up to get drafted if we have a draft, basically, that is only for men. Like, the age that you age out of it, like, got increased recently, but Dylan and Doug literally just hit that birthday this year.
Geez.
So I was like, oh, you aged out of it again. Yay! So none of us have to go to war if we don't want to, if there's a draft.
Nice.
I mean, I never did. It's really funny. My name is very androgynous and it leans towards the male name. So when I was graduating college, there was so much like recruitment calls to my house that are like, "We want you."
God.
And it was like, "Mm-mm." And then like, yeah, the selective service is like,
no,
"Don't
you
forget to
don't."
sign up." And it's like, "Bitch, you thought."
Ah. Like, not today.
Nope, I don't need to do that.
You'll never take me alive.
Could wage war on the UK. It looks fun. The French already did that multiple times. Yeah, so Grenade, it's really stupid. And they are recently... I can't remember if it got passed or they were trying to pass it. But only recently were
It's
they
the
like,
one I think you're
we're
thinking of. I think
spending
it's
on...
trying to pass it.
You were spending too much money on putting out advertisements to remind people that they have to, like, enroll for the draft when they turn 18. Let's just do it for them. And it's like, why weren't you just doing it for us? It's a felony or something if you don't do it. Why weren't you just doing it for us? Like, you know who needs to do it. Why are you... Why are you not just doing
adding
it?
extra steps to make it more of
That's
a
America for you, if I'm being honest.
Oh,
just like
truly.
taxes. At least, okay, at very least with taxes, like, I understand the underlying issue of capitalism. That is why we can't have the government just tell us how much we need to pay in taxes. You know what I'm saying? Like, so the government knows how much we need to pay in taxes, but they don't tell you. You have to go figure it out. And if you get it wrong, it's illegal. And they don't care that you got it wrong and weren't trying to evade. No, you're just a bad person and you're terrible and it's illegal. Because they know. And now, at least I know that the reason for this is because the people who make the software and stuff and the people who are the businesses that employ people that tell you how to do your taxes want to keep having to be paid money to tell people how to do their taxes. They keep it difficult for the people. Yeah, exactly. Lobbying. Hello, Nicole. Lobbying. At least I understand that. To my understanding, there's nobody benefiting from the need for the military to tell you to enroll. The military is just spending money on telling you to enroll. So, like, I don't know who's benefiting from that. And that's what's so dumb about it. How have you been, Nicole? We got some lovely fan art. Well, I call it fan art fights. You know, I'll be Delulu that it's all fan art because people like the comic. And we turned out that someone who did draw that did end up reading the comic and enjoying the comic. So, you know, it works out. Welcome, Dancing Mosquito.
Hi, Dancing Mosquito. Welcome, welcome to the chaos.
To the chaos. To the Thunderdome. But yeah, we got lovely stuff.
The Thunder Bringer.
So good.
So amazing.
I gotta say, Zeus is probably one of my favorite voice casts in a long time.
Oh, it's amazing.
It
that
just fit
guy has
so
such
well.
a commanding powerhouse voice.
But in like a he's still like a tenor way. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's still like,
yeah, I
it's
can
just
hear
really
it.
good.
Page
Yes.
Cinder.
Yes, Nicole. I'm excited for you to do it next year so we can battle it out. But yeah, it's been fun. I will say I was a little sad at one point that I wasn't getting
forward
any
to
like
seeing your
attacks or
creations.
anything, but we then got some attacks and it's been great. And we're having a good time.
And all's been right with the world.
And I am attempting to get through the rest of my bookmarks, which we will see. And then I'm debating how I'm going to do Art Fight next year.
Yes. But
'Cause
this
basically-
year's art fight was extended for another week.
Well, it was
Give me
extended
more
3 days
time.
to complete a week.
Oh.
Yeah,
I
so
thought it was a
like
whole
because
week.
the third
My
it would have
bad.
ended on the 31st, which was a Wednesday. Now it ends on the 3rd, which is a Saturday, and it started on a Monday.
Okay.
So
So
basically,
they're
it's like
going the full week.
finishing out a week. Yeah.
I see. Okay.
But yeah, the first art fight, I was literally just I'm in an art server, and the people in the art server were like, "We're doing art fight," and so I specifically was like, "I'm attacking them because I know them, and that's great." And that's what I did, and it wasn't that many people, and I did attack them, and then I attacked a few like people I didn't know from like I like put out on Twitter or something. Yes, it was Twitter then, so I will call it Twitter. When it was like, I was like, "Is anybody on Art Fight?" You know, and I like attacked those people too.
It's never not Twitter, Ori.
Well, I like people who are saying the social media platform formerly known as Twitter. I do think that's very funny. I've been learning Taekwondo.
Okay, that's
Ooh.
pretty good.
Yeah, like
Oh,
it's funny.
Nice, Nicole.
Very nice. Real people don't not call it Twitter. I think that it's funny to say the social media platform formerly known as Twitter because it's funny. However, certain like news organizations will call it not Twitter, and they're dumb and stupid. But back to what I was saying.
Giving in to the man.
And all of them were, literally every single one of them were fully rendered busts. Like what I'm doing right now. Like literally this. All of them were that. And that was fine, and I didn't have a lot of, I didn't have a lot of time and enjoyed and everything like that. I had a good time. This year, I definitely got way more into it, which is kind of wild. And a lot of the attacks actually ended up being like more variety. I didn't go into this expecting to do more variety, but a few of them I was like super inspired by like the character and stuff, or I was like just wanting to add, and mostly it was I was super inspired by the character in some way where I like had an idea in my head, and so I did a lot more half bodies, so still fully symmetrical, but with like hands doing something and props or something, and that was a lot of fun. I of course animated a few, which I never expected to do, and then I did a few that were, I did do one full body for Rage Paint because I don't know, I found that pose and I wanted to draw him in that pose, and
Ori was really feeling it.
I was really feeling it, and so I think that there's like a few people that I would make a specific point to attack every year, that I like did make a specific point to attack this year, but I think that the majority are gonna be like, I'll go through those people next year, but it'll be like, if you don't spark something right away. Oh, I think that was half body, wasn't it? I don't think her feet were in it. Pastry Puff. Right, I think yours was a half body still. I don't remember drawing her feet. Their feet? I think it was... I'm blanking. Attacks.
I have no memory. I cannot help you.
Yeah, it was still a half body. Even though it's at the thighs, I think it has to be below the knee to be considered full body. does it not say? What thing, please? That's fine. Yeah. I'm unable to look at staying half body, full body for some reason. It just says drawing. It doesn't tell me how much of the character it's showing. Which is fine. Oh, there it is. Bust headshot. I found it. It's just not where I was looking for it. Half body, yeah. You look at the attack guide. Yeah, I think it's below the knee is where it maybe becomes full body. But yeah, I've only drawn one with the feet, and that was for Rage Paint Games because the character just had a vibe. He wanted to be in that pose, and I did it. So
and Ori followed its wishes.
There is definitely certain people that I have now made a point, even when on the same team, to attack, that I will attack again, just because I want to attack them specifically next year. But yeah, knees down. Yeah, the knees are the important part. But so besides that, I think I'm mostly going to try to just go for characters that really inspire something and are not just like, I know this person kind of, so I'll draw for them. Because a few of the characters, I was just like, wow, the creative juices be flowing. So
Ori
that'll probably be my next
inspired.
art fight. Yeah. I was. Oops. You don't have a mouth or nose yet. Yeah, it was just above the knees. I did just above the knees. The knees are an extra joint. They take more effort.
Can't neglect those knees.
Okay. You're that.
I am already trying to get a head start and make my calendar for August.
Oof.
It's not as crazy as it could have been.
That's good.
I am looking forward to having some time off in between finishing school and my next job, so yay.
Also good.
But this is also a lot to write on calendar.
Oh no. You have that much school left?
Just like a couple weeks. It's mostly sign out stuff.
Because I'm like,
sign out, making sure all paperwork is in, and orientations and things like that. Like, there's a couple things happening.
I'm like, oh my god, I thought you were supposed to be done, Mars. God, I will say, glad I didn't have to go to grad school.
Yeah, I made the decision to pick a major that required me to spend more money and time.
It's just like, I like school overall. I like learning.
I love what I do.
But, damn,
does
that sound like a lot?
I have the opinion this should be more internship based, because you really do learn a lot by doing.
Mm-hmm.
I also don't understand why New York
Mars is a forever student. Thankfully, no. Very soon she will be free.
I will be done soon.
After August, I think when Pastry Puff goes back to school, Mars will finally be done.
I'll be free. I gotta say though, the senioritis is kicking in hard. I have one seminar class, and I'm just like, I am so done. I want to just focus on my internship. I want to focus on treating that like my job and just doing the best I can until the end. Why do I have this seminar?
Yep.
And why do I have a presentation due next Monday? My head is not in that at all. I will say this though, my test I was going to have Friday because I was sick yesterday got rescheduled for the end of August, so yay, more time to study.
Look at you.
That worked out.
Wow, that's a long time. The end? Damn.
I decide to be kind to myself and give myself a couple extra weeks.
I mean,
It
you know, if
was
you could reschedule it, like,
from home, so
why
I was
not?
like, oh, it didn't come without a cost, quite
Oh.
literally.
Oh,
But I was
no.
like, you know what? I'm not gonna have time to study this week like I planned to, because there's just too much going on. So I was like, yeah, no, as nice as that would have been, it's just not gonna happen. If only.
Gotta do for you, you know?
Gotta do for me.
I would like...
On the plus side, it is very satisfying to write in convention with Ori on these Saturdays.
Oh, God. Yeah. It's too real.
I've not been to a convention in so long. I'm so excited.
And they're small, so I'm very curious to see how it goes.
Same here.
I'm very,
I think
very
it's gonna be
curious.
interesting.
Okay. Doing another one. Ah, thank you, Rage. Yeah, right now I'm trying to get all the lines down. Cause I have a bunch, not a bunch. I think I said 5 that I still wanted to get done. And so there's nothing really crazy that I'm doing with them. So we're just trying to get them down, get them lined. And then, honestly, the coloring's the nice, relaxing part. So when I only have, like, an hour before bed, I can just be like, ah, yes, a little nice romp through the art fight attacks.
Is it a romp? Is that the word we're using?
Yeah. What else would it be? You tell me yourself how coloring's relaxing.
It can be.
She, alright. Me going into the character profile, looking to see what pronouns the character has. Please.
I was just so around. You're like, she.
Well, because I'm looking,
Alright.
and they're like, oh yes, name. Okay, very androgynous. Alright. 19-year-old monk. Okay, please, nothing. Okay, there's no thing. Alright, read the description. Oh shit, they used name. Ah, she. I got it.
Perfect.
I found it.
We got a vibe, we got some pronouns, we got a description. It's all good.
That's the secret.
That's the secret, Cap.
You know, it's just people draw a lot of, you know, like androgynous characters, and it's just like I want to make sure I get it right. That's it. I want to make sure I get it right. What are we going for? What?
I don't know if you follow the person who does the webtoon Not So Silent. It's a very good webtoon. You guys definitely check it out. But
exactly, pastry puff.
They are going crazy over their own OCs, and I'm just like dying at some of these captions.
No, I don't think I follow them. I do follow a fair amount of, like, not a fair amount. See, now this is like a level, right? There's like, okay, I like this webcomic, but I'm not, like, super duper crazy about anything of it. Then there's, I like this webcomic, and I also really like the art style. So if the, like, artist is, like, posting elsewhere, like, for art stuff, it's like, yes, I will follow this. And then there's, like, okay, I love everything about this. Gimme all of this. Let me everywhere. You have social media and I do too. Yes, thank you. So there's like, and it's like, oh, I'm in the Discord. I'm in the whatever.
This
like,
is beautiful.
It's
Give
like,
me
yes.
more.
I think there's like 3 webcomics that I do that with. And I'm just like, yeah, I need all of that, please.
Our walk home got an update.
Yes, I saw that. and it's already angst, and I'm already pained,
Oh god.
and I'm already like, ugh.
Sad.
Ugh. Immediately,
Sad.
I forgot
Very
where we
sad.
left off, and we were right back in it.
Oof. My heart.
Yeah, my heart indeed. Watch that star video though. Okay, guys, high recommendation. The Starfish Face on YouTube. She's the creator of the webcomic Castoff. Big inspiration for me. She put out relatively recently a video on like how to make characters and did it with this like fun game of like randomizing traits in like a D&D character sort of way, and then like talking through how she like makes the backstory and like the traits and stuff and the design, and it was just very, very interesting to see somebody else like go through it that way. And so I just think if anybody's interested at all in just character design and, you know, writing characters and stuff, it was a really fun thing to like watch. You don't even have to really watch it. I mostly listened to it and then just got to see the fun art at the end because it's just like a speed paint mostly. There is like cool visuals and stuff too, but it was just very fun. Very, very enjoyable time.
It's always interesting to hear about the process from other creators and other writers.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, no one does it exactly the same.
For me, I'm a person that I would say overall I'm not a very good teacher. And the reason I say that is because most of the things that I do are just done. And
all right,
not...
chat, we need a verdict. Is Ori a good teacher?
They're mostly just done and not, like, thought about, right? And I don't exactly know always what I'm thinking about. Like, that question, it's like, why is Ferrex a fossa? And it's like, it felt right. Because he wanted to be. And so, like, say with character
Meanwhile,
design,
I'm over here like,
yeah,
I
Mars
remember
is like,
there being a
this is
pretty
why- and it's just
specific
like,
reason why we chose that.
at this point, I have no recollection because I like fossas. I think they're cool, and honestly, I'm pretty sure I was learning about fossas in school at the time. But
you definitely weren't because you weren't in school
you're right.
at the time.
That's true. That is true.
I'm pretty sure what happened, like full story. I'm
Good
pretty
answer,
sure
Pastry
we
Puff.
really wanted an animal that had those types of ears, because you really wanted to portray an animal-human hybrid with animal characteristics that lined up with human anatomy. So that's why Ferrex's ears go down to where
Yes,
a
that's
human's
an
ears would
important
roughly
thing.
be.
But I
Like,
don't think
that's an
that had
important
anything to do
thing
with him
about
being a
that.
fossa.
I don't think it had anything to do with it being a fossa, but it did have to do with why we picked an animal with
Exactly,
like
Pastry
cat-like
Puff.
ears. He could have just as easily been a cat, but then the fossa really worked out for what we were going for.
But no, very, very vibe,
It
Pastry
was
Puff.
wild, it was a swimmer, it was a predator. It was very important that all the Outcast crew members be predators.
That is true. That was an important thought.
That was important.
But I just, it's definitely like I watch videos on characters, you know, like stuff on character design, on color theory. But if you were to ask, like, hey, Ori, do you use this stuff? And it's like, I must, you know. But if you're like, oh, why did you choose these colors? And it's like, I don't. They just go good together. I have like, there is an innate thing in my body that says this is the right way to do it. My mom's always like, Ori, come help me with this design thing. You're just good at it. And it's like, I learned this. This is not like a innate behavior. But to then sit there and be like, why? I don't have that ability. I mean, it's the same with trees. I'm very good at tree ID, okay? I went to school for that. It's my job now, is basically tree ID. And, but if you ask me, like, why is this tree this one? It's because it is. Because it feels like that tree, right? Literally, there's 3 different kinds of spruce. And, oh, yeah, calling us out, Nicole. But there's 3 different kinds of spruce in a group. There's a lot more kinds of spruce, but there's three groups of there's like a 3 grouping that are kind of similar: black, red, and white spruce. Okay, And now I do recall there's like a bunch of things that are like kind of not microscopic, but you use like a hand lens, you know, so they're small and difficult to see, to like see stuff that is a very specific difference. But I know that I can go literally grab the needles on the spruce. And so it's like, oh, it's like, okay, I've narrowed it down to black, red, white, grab, knows answer. I can't tell you why, but there's a difference. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the difference is. You just gotta go around touching spruce until you get it right.
You hear that, everyone? Go out and touch some spruce.
We're no longer a touch grass channel. We're a touch spruce channel. But so
touching
just
spruce, I feel like, is the next level up.
Oh yeah. But so it definitely just means that like I feel like I'm not always good at explaining why I do things the way I do, because this is why. Like I just do it. And so it's like, I don't know. Bringing it back around, that's why I like the starfish face, a lot, because she is very good at explaining what she's doing and why she's doing it. And it's like, yes, this makes the sense. And that was my roundabout. My roundabout thing.
How we got from point A to point B. And back to point A.
Is this how this is going? Kinda. Nope.
If the midnight brain is kicking in.
Maybe a little. It's more me trying to figure out how to draw this character's hair.
Oh, I was saying for myself. I wasn't
no.
insulting you.
Is it an insult? I don't know.
I don't know, depending on how you take it.
Apparently badly.
I don't know. Do people want to hear that they have midnight brain?
Yeah, is it one of those things where it's like, I can say it, but you can't? This is not happening. This hair is not doing it. Okay.
This is some wild hair.
They have, like, it's like an undercut side, and it's very curly. And I totally, like, understand what the hairstyle is doing, but just trying to get it to, like, maybe it is more centered than I'm giving. No, it's not. It's like on top and then like side cut like this way. So it like comes over. It's more for me the how is it falling, because they haven't like come down in front of their face. So it's something like this. Okay, we're getting there. And we'll add the little ahoge here, because that always makes sense. Okay, we're getting there. It's not that long, though. I really want it to cover their eye. It will. Okay, there we go. I was a little sad. I put on a reel, because at one point in one of the Ace Attorney episodes, Dylan just goes into like an Outcast commercial. Literally no idea why. Like
no
the context does not help. The context
left during that time to like switch out my mic or get water.
I don't even know. I don't even know.
And I come back and suddenly he's like, "Would you like to see a sort of kind of cat boy?" I'm like,
yeah.
Okay, where's he going
like,
with this?
What? And I put it on like a short on the channel. I'm like, somebody go read comic, right? No, it flopped real bad. I was a little sad. I was like, no. I mean, I'm like, I know this isn't the audience for it, but
they're here for
I had
Ace
hoped.
Attorney.
I had
That's the
hoped.
thing.
Yeah, but everybody else in here is for it all. So I was hoping to get those diehard fans. No. Honestly, I should just post it on the Outcast, the Folding Planets channel. I just wanted to give it some time before doing that. So that it was, like, not weirdly competing with itself, if that makes sense. As a whole thing. And now I'm getting a ton of videos that are like YouTube webtoons are like a cesspit and this all sort of stuff, and it's like, no. Just because there's bad apples out there, please. Don't make me have to go and make my own website. I don't want to have to do that. I want to do it eventually, but I don't want to be forced to do it. Hello, Hunter.
Hi, Hunter. Welcome, welcome. So glad you could join.
Okay, I think that's good. I think the hair works this way. And now they have fairly wide eyes. A wide smile. You're not anything yet. Nope. Thing was off.
No?
Hello, Enthuse!
Hey, Enthuse!
Enthuse! This isn't your overnight thing, is it? Is it really early for you? What time? I don't time zones.
I am bad at those. Definitely.
There's
don't
too
ask
many
me,
zones.
I don't know.
No, it's 5 a.m. So you woke up really early? Or you haven't gone to bed yet? Because one of those is significantly better than the other. I won't tell you which one.
Okay, so it is 5 a.m.
You woke up early.
Okay. Hunter, what about
How
you?
nice.
Did you stay up or wake
Hunter,
up?
did you stay up or wake? Look at you, time zone pals, though. Time zone twins. Is it also 5 a.m. for Grenade? Okay. Okay, Hunter. Purposefully?
All right.
With enough
Why?
sleep?
A very particular sleep
Okay,
schedule. That
alright.
must be to have you up at 2 a.m.
Then, you know what? If that's the plan, if that's what was planned, then, you know,
Good
good
on
for
you.
Works. I have to get up at 5 a.m. tomorrow, which I'm not very happy about.
My alarm goes off at 5:50. 3 days a week.
Yeah, no. If you have enough sleep, you know, if it is the plan to do
As
that.
long as it all balances out.
Yeah.
That's what matters.
If you have the plan to do that, that's very different. Too early, yeah, no. I usually don't have to get up at 5 a.m., but I do tomorrow, and hopefully
he's
not
got
the
a
rest of the week.
Special job.
I'm very upset. Yeah, my job is in a lot of different places, and one of those places, while rarely, is very far away. And by very far away, I mean an hour with no traffic, and traffic starts every second I leave after 6 a.m. So I need to leave by 6 a.m. in order to possibly even get there for 7. Usually get there before 7, but if I leave after 6, I won't get there for 7. So it's like, oh no. Pain and suffering.
Pain and suffering indeed. See, I wake up at 5:50. I don't get up until about 6:30, 6:45. That's the trick.
So usually I specifically attempt to get up at 6 a.m. every single weekday. I do, however, if I don't have to actually go to anywhere that needs me to be up at 6 a.m., I will go back to sleep for a little bit on the couch and, you know, hit that old snooze max a little bit. But I like to do it because there's a lot of times where, you know, sometimes you do have to get up then, and I want to just be able to, you know, kind of routine-ish.
You're better than I at that.
And then on weekends, I prefer to get up at like 8 because I want to have my day to do things. And if you get up later than like 11, I feel like my day is gone. That's certainly interesting, Hunter, but if it's working for you, I'm not gonna hack it.
How big are those chunks? How long you sleeping for?
Well, so usually I would say people stay up like, what? So what's 24 minus 8, say? You know, you're supposed to get, they say, 8 hours of sleep, right? So 24 minus 8 is 16. So if you're up for 16 hours, 24 is only 8 more than that, and then you go to sleep, so like 12 hours? Well, there you go. Perfect alarm clock, Nicole.
Oh, there you go.
So I'm gonna bet 12 hours every other day. I mean,
that feels right.
Do you do this when you have school, Hunter? Because it just wouldn't line up with the day every day, right? One a.m. to 7 a.m.? Is that what I'm hearing? Interesting.
Oh, 4.5 hours. Okay.
So you sleep. You do 4.5 hours twice? So 9 hours? I'm just trying to understand in my brain. Yeah, okay. So you do 9 hours after 24 hours. But you usually do more, so it's probably more like 10. Okay, that makes sense. I think the math works out overall there. It's an odd, but, you know, if it works, it works. I've learned recently that a lot of our sleep stuff is just kind of nobody really knows, and they're just trying to average it out and make it happen. And of course, you know, unfortunately, society is built around, you know, usually being up at certain times. So that happens. I will say, though, I overall, well, I would not consider myself a morning person necessarily in the sense of, like, I'm easy to get up in the morning, right? And I'm honestly not great about going to bed at a good time to actually get enough sleep.
Can confirm.
But where was this going? I do prefer to be up earlier, as I will say, it ruins my day more. It harshes my vibe more if I sleep in too late, because it just feels like the day is over. Even if I'm staying up till like freaking like 1 a.m., it just feels worse if that starts after 11. You know, I don't know.
It does feel like the morning is completely gone.
And so it does mean that I really enjoy that my line of work is like, you need to be around for the sun. So it's usually 7 to 3 is my line of work. And I much prefer that, because then I can come home. It's not dinner time yet, so it already feels like I have more day. And, you know, should I be going to bed at midnight? No. Not if I'm getting up at 6 a.m. But, who's good about things? 7 to 9 every 24. All right. Interesting. Capitalism. Yes, indeed.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
you have mentioned this before, and that is what I do try to do. That's why the 6 a.m. thing is like, even if I don't have to get up, like, I still do the wake up. I will admit, I could be better about going to bed at a regular time. Sometimes it is very varied. but it's honestly less varied than it used to be once upon a time. So, uh, you know what? I think overall, my sleep has improved. I think honestly, for my
I
lifestyle,
wish I could say the same.
I really should do like a go to bed 4.5 hours, work, come home and nap 4.5 hours, but that just sounds more annoying.
See, I have this very bad habit of I have been working all day and I have been doing school and studying all day. So the second I get home and it's night, I'm like, I want to stay up and do all the
Oh
stuff I
yeah, no.
couldn't do
I'm a
during the
bedtime
day.
procrastinator, whatever that's called, where you're like specifically like I have no
There
control
is a
over my
term
life.
for it in
Yeah.
Japanese, and it literally means revenge
Yeah,
bedtime.
yeah, yeah. I'm very much that person.
I'm gonna look up that terminology actually. Revenge bedtime.
No, where did it go? Yeah. If it's on schedule, Nicole, that it is good for you in the end. Vibe enthuse. Yeah, in college I was always like, I want the morning classes, and my friends were like, why? And it's like, because if I get up and out and then it's done, if my classes are now done at like 11, I have all day left. It's like, what do you mean, why?
Maybe not Japanese, maybe it's Chinese. But if it is, then I can't pronounce this. I'm sorry.
Okay. They have an
But
interesting
that's what
shirt.
makes it so frustrating because I'll stay up like, I want to watch a show or I want to read this book. And then next thing I know, it's either 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, and I'm
The
like, well, crap, I gotta get up at 5.
For me, it's more like if I don't get to watch like a lot of YouTube or anything, or like, like anime or stuff in a day, it's like that's what I want to do. I want to have the anime time, the YouTube time. I didn't get to do it at all, and that's my revenge bedtime.
Hey, TD.
Hello, TD.
This has that uncanny intensity. What Ori is drawing?
Or what we're talking about.
I'm a little confused. No, not the pen pastry puff.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite like sounds memes though. The no, where did it go?
Welcome to Barnes and where did it go?
It's so good. Because the amount I saw,
it's an oldie, but it's a goodie.
The amount I saw of that specifically with the like the pen, losing your pen.
Aw. Well, we're happy to be that for you, Enthuse. Oh, that's why?
Ah, I see. I will say the colors aren't helping.
Yeah. The colors aren't helping, and also, I think this is the first character where we could see the uvula in the back.
Definitely for tonight, but not overall. I definitely do that a fair amount.
I guess I've just never noticed before.
You haven't been staring at it so intensely before.
I really haven't. Dang, that's wild, Hunter.
Mm-hmm.
I remember having a weird schedule like that when I worked at my campus library overnight. I would take a nap around 9 o'clock and then wake up at 11:30 to get ready to go to my job at 12 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah, I didn't even process that enthuse. I would feel weird waking up at 3 p. going to bed at 10 a.m. and waking up at 3 p.m. I'm trying to think
This is
about a
weird because
way.
you're going to bed like while it's still light out.
Yeah, a nap for 4.5 hours is a long time. So it's definitely like, I like in my brain, I'm like, oh, this could work for me, Hunter. I want to try this. But it's also like, but societal norms pin me down. That feels weird. I'm shackled.
Break away from society, Ori.
Well, that's a location problem, enthuse, you know. Seems like the perfect time to try out a weird sleep schedule.
There you go.
I will say, one of my, so Mars knows I really like soulmate AUs and stuff, but another trope that I always wish was explored more is, what if society had turned out where, some people are just more nocturnal, you know? Where it's just like, oh yes, some people do exist, you know, and there's overlap because obviously you don't sleep for half the day, right? But what if there was more where it was no, this is the nighttime supermarket or something, you know, this is whatever, and just having the two characters are two people from the two different bits of it and everything. Just be very interesting.
That sounds kind of nice, Hunter. It's giving rock bottom. Oh my god.
I think you could do it even if you did have school, though, Hunter. Right? You would just have to change the times that it is, right? Because let's say you have school at 7, right? Let's pretend. So you get up at 6, you have school till 3, let's say, right? That's how it normally goes, right? I don't remember. It was 8 to 2 or something, right? So we'll say 7 to 3. And then that's my work, okay? That's what I have for work, right? You have 7 to 3. So you wake up at 6 to get there for 7. You get home at 4, let's say, okay? You're done at 4. So then you go to bed at 4 for 4 hours, 4.5 hours. Now you're up at 8:30 p.m., okay? And then where do you have to go to bed to get up at 7 a.m.? Backwards 4.5 hours is math, 2 a.m., right? There you go. You've done it. It's just at a different time. Good night, Pastry Puff.
Oh, good night, Pastry.
You're not going to miss very much as we're definitely slowly finishing up.
I think we'll be wrapping up soon.
I'm literally just going to finish this sketch and then we'll probably be hopping off. 5-day, 8-hour shift. 5 a.m. on Monday and Tuesday, 1 p.m. on Wednesday. And then, that's wild.
Wow.
My schedule doesn't fluctuate that much.
I used to have a fluctuating schedule like that. Back when I worked in retail, there were some days I'd go in as early as 8 a.m., then I'd have a 9:15 day, and then sometimes I'd have an 11:45 day, depending. It was very, very strange.
Also, Hunter, when did you start doing this? This feels like it's something new. I'm just curious what made you change, if it's a recent thing. Try it out. Because I will say, I gotta tell you this, okay? The secret time that you can get from living with people and being awake when they are not is euphoric. Okay? I get up at 8 a.m. on weekends, like I said, and nobody else in my household is usually awake. And thus, it's just me having a jolly old time drinking tea. When I was
that's why I stay up late at night, because that's the only time I do have a place to myself.
When I was living with my parents still, it was definitely, if I'm staying up till 1 a.m., they've gone to bed, and I can sit on the couch downstairs and just, just honestly just chilling on my phone downstairs for a little bit is like, this is secret time,
Yes.
But it only works if you live with people. If you don't live with people, it's no longer secret time because there's nobody there. There's nobody there that's not there, right?
Well, then you just have free reign of the place.
Yeah, so it's not the same. Oof, that's rough and loose. I don't do things for people. I'm messing. No, thankfully, Dylan, like clockwork, he gets up and he immediately takes a shower. There's no time in between. It is wake up and he is in the bathroom and taking a shower. So, thankfully, at least with that means that I have time to make breakfast for the person and get up and everything. But I'm really not trying to, ooh, how'd you do, Roval? I'm really not trying to, like,
Are you ready, kids?
Oh, the cook, no, you claimed the land. There it is.
Oh, wow,
But
Roval.
I'm really not trying to, like,
Go.
do it in an altruistic way. I'm more doing it in a very selfish way of, ha ha ha, look at me, Ori, being nice and cool and the only person awake. Ha ha. You win some, you lose some, Roval.
You do.
That you do.
Maybe
Alright.
next time.
What character is this? This is Raya by Mick Bluff. There's a K in there. Attack. Beautiful. How's the War of Arts? Going pretty well. I personally am winning in the sense of that I've done 35 attacks total. This is between the 2 years, but that means I got a new badge.
Nice.
I got a fun new badge, and then an achievement, and then let's see how many bookmarks I've drawn. 3 characters, lined 2 of them, sketched an extra. Ooh, I only have 1 more to sketch, and then the last one is nearly lined. Or it might be fully lined. Let me see, actually. This is one I was working on stream before, but I never finished. Where is it? What are they? It's an A name. Yeah, nearly lined. So,
Getting
pretty
there.
cool. So, nearly lined, fully lined, and fully sketched. I have 1 fully not drawn at all that I want to do, and then that's everybody that I wanted to attack this year, and I will probably cut that down next year. I probably won't go as ham next year. Should be the Art of War.
That would be good.
That would be very funny. But with that, I think we are going to end up. It is 11:30 after all. We are streaming tomorrow, guys, at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Last time we're doing that for a bit.
Change this week.
Yeah. And that's about it. So we will hopefully see you all tomorrow. Otherwise, we'll hopefully see you on Friday for Ace Attorney at the normal time.
We'll be doing some more art tomorrow, just vibing.
Yep.
So
Come on back. It won't be art fight. It'll be Ori doing all the other art that she has to do that is due, like commissions and other things. So we hope to see you then. Thank you to our lovely channel members for hanging out, for supporting us that way, and thank you everybody in chat for just hanging out.
Thank you so much.
And enjoy your days, your nights, whatever day it is, and we'll see you then. Good night.